3 weeks, so I have no idea how things are
I went out
going.
for a walk yesterday, and it was a huge fucking queue outside Asda. And then I went to the Scott Mid, which is like a small little corner shop, and like it literally says, "Oh, the time," and like all the bloody cashiers are like behind like screens and are like shying away
God damn.
from
I have those
like the
screens on
customers.
my workplace too.
Yeah, it's actually.
We had such a problem. They had to put. There's limits on how much of everything you can get now.
Oh yeah, thing is, yeah, you can get busted by the police for like going out to the shops buying bread, like going out and buying multiple things of bread.
Yeah, they don't approve bread. It's bad choice of food, obviously.
Okay, we don't even have a shortage of toilet paper anymore.
Yeah, that or even going out for anything other than quote unquote your one thing of exercise a day, and then you get a huge fucking fine from the coppers.
And people would just buy.
I have no life.
Yeah, our shelves have toilet paper left at the end of the day. The craze is over.
A lot of stores had to assign a senior shopping hour because people are fucking denying all of our seniors the supplies that they need. So stores have to say that only seniors can come in at the beginning of the day.
Yeah, we had people suggesting that.
In Britain, what we're doing is that we keep like a stock of stuff in the back, so when seniors come in, they're like direct. Oh no, we've got like this special senior selection that you can go and like choose from.
Mm-hmm.
It's fucking mental right now.
Apparently, there's more cases in America than in China now.
Yep.
Yeah, there is.
Nice job, fucking idiots.
Yeah. Oh yeah, in Britain we reached the 600 death limit. Yeah.
Yeah. China's also doing a lot more testing than the US, so we probably have a lot of unconfirmed cases.
Who says that China gives the true numbers, right? I bet they don't.
Right.
That, and also I think countries have done like predicted numbers as well.
That's nice.
I was to a podcast yesterday, and I really agree with what I heard. It's like the idea of ordering and eating a KFC is great, but when you actually get down and you're halfway through a KFC, you feel like a fat cunt.
I don't
know.
No regrets.
Like I don't know.
I only ordered KFC once, and I feel attacked as well.
Yeah, I know. Like,
wait, you guys have KFC?
I think back when last time I had KFC, and I'm like halfway through my meal, and I think, God, this was a lot better in my mind than it was actually eating it.
Your standards are a lot higher than mine, my friend.
I like KFC over here because it's very spicy and it makes me forget everything. Bird.
The noodles are still too hot. Oh God, I burnt my tongue trying to drink that soup. Ow.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah. Honestly, I'm kind of happy. You see, my mother is when I mean this, I genuinely, she's a crazy conspiracy theorist. I mean, she thinks that lizard people control the world.
Oh yeah, you have mentioned. Yeah.
Yes, my mother is insane. Oh God.
What does she think about COVID?
Oh, she thinks it's a government ploy. She thinks it was deployed by the 1%, like the Illuminati, essentially, to cull the population.
Oh yeah, of course.
What's the British Fox News?
We don't. Well, our news is quote unquote impartial. It's always a bit more leaning towards the Tories, but we do a pretty decent job of not being too. But if I was gonna say
yeah, but if
Fox
we go
News,
where is she getting it from?
Oh, like YouTube videos and shit like that, and conspiracy theorists, and Fox News. Not Fox News. She doesn't watch Fox News. She started to, and then we stopped that shit.
Have we been doing all this on the stream?
Yep. Oh. We're super dating this stream now.
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
20 years from now, when the world's ended and some scientist comes up and collects archives from Twitch, you know, and they listen to us, they'll have a nice record of the fucking COVID-19. Yeah, hello, future scientists. It sucked. Stuck in my house all day eating noodles, but you know, if you're living in the apocalypse, you're probably, you know, eating, I don't know, rat.
Okay. Yay.
The government's hacked into it. See, I told you the government's hacked into
Government's
it.
hacking your shit, man.
Or maybe it's just mine, FBI.
Oh, he said
I'm afraid it will always be a whiny bitch, but we have to work with it.
Well, not for
Yeah.
It's not loaded yet for me. It's kind of blurry, but oh, there it
Chicken
is.
Man,
Yep.
but it's moving around. Land is shifting. It's okay, like, sites are switched around, obviously. Now it's canon, since you messed it up like 2 times. So it's my head canon.
But you are the NPCs.
Oh no, it's the Yeti. Oh no.
Luke, you haven't
Oh.
skipped it yet, just FYI, since you left early.
What?
You haven't like harvested the stuff yet.
Oh, cool.
We left
Well,
it for the second.
And we took long rest, right?
Yeah, we had a long rest.
Yeah.
Cool.
Can I
Hi,
use,
boss.
can I just add that I collected the arrow? Nice.
Nice.
Can I get my crossbow bolt back? I shot like 1.
Fuck.
He also shot 1.
Damn.
I was going to the sneak.
I bought like 40 arrows before we left, so I'll just give you one. It's fine.
Aw.
Riker, the man we can trust.
Okay.
I'd vote for you.
Dun, dun.
Man, I'm gonna get hypothermia in this weather. Wait, really? Oh, no. Do we have a fire? Oh,
Do we notice that she looks kind of
I
weird
definitely look really terrible.
Can anybody?
I'll be doing it.
Guess Eric is perceptive.
So is
Hmm.
Shay then.
Morris not, so he'll abstain.
23.
16.
I want to sort of walk up to Odessa and sort of hand her a Rooney, and Arona is like, "Hey, you look pretty weirded out, we could say. Have a Rooney. He's very nice."
Oh, thanks. She looks even more freaked out than before. She's holding him like a bomb.
Don't worry, he won't hurt you unless I tell him to.
Sure,
I don't.
sure. I don't believe you.
Actually, I don't think I can control him, so maybe be a little careful.
Uh-huh. She'll like gingerly pet him.
So, did anything bad happen?
Just remember what I told you about we were talking about the sign
No.
before. Well, that's fine, but just
Sorry,
got,
my memory is really bad, but I bet it was very important.
I don't know what it is. I had a really weird dream, and
Oh, you had a nightmare.
I suppose so, but it didn't seem like just a night. I was thinking I could ask Shay about it. She
Well,
seems
you
to know.
certainly can. As for my advice, I would say you can't have nightmares if you don't sleep, so maybe try that for a while.
I would recommend against that.
Well, use the
It's
doctor's
important.
advice instead. You're right, Riker.
I mean, sleep is kind of important, isn't it? Need it.
Yes.
Can't just not sleep.
Yes, and we all need to be on our toes.
No, I sleep fine. It's just what happens when I do it that
She has nightmares.
ails you said? Oh, pill. Well, I don't know if I want to avoid these things. It might be important. Sorry, say that again. Well, I kind of looked towards Shay and Shay, you know something about dreams, so
Well, sure. Let's unpack it. I'm sure if we all put our brains together, we can figure out what it might mean.
Well, I don't want to hold all of it back. Perhaps we can do it on the way.
All right then.
I'm ready.
Kamaris, aren't you gonna do your usual hacking about? She nods at the corpse.
Oh yeah, I've just been waiting for this whole thing to kind of, settle down because like having an important conversation while hearing like the squelching and ripping of flesh and stuff is not very inducive of an important
Aw. I think
I think
conversation.
it's a nice background
So considerate.
Oh yeah. Also, like I didn't want. Yeah. Ah, lovely nature. Oh, it's my dice. My dice. Oh, cool. Do I get my bonus for my hunter shit? Hell yeah. So, I'm not proficient with nature, so just a normal +4. Oh, 22. Right, so in that case, I'll take a pelt, its teeth, and both eyes. Perfect. I'll shove those into a jar. Yeah, cool.
Nope.
Question: We were camping next to a tree, right? I'm gonna try and put the Yeti corpse up in a tree, so if we come back this way, eventually it'll be defrosted. Just so animals don't get it. Yeah, I'm doing the panther technique of leaving up in a tree so other things can't eat it. All right.
I'll give you guidance if I see you doing it.
Yay. Yeah, you see, like, Kamaris, like, after, like, trying to drag the skinless Yeti up a tree.
It's like pat you on the shoulder. You can do it.
You guidance me on
You
a
got it.
D4. 18 with that D4. Mm-hmm. That'll do. I mean, I don't know. Some is probably gonna eat it, but if we do this quick enough, maybe we'll get back and get that heart. Oh well.
Interesting.
Yeah, that's me done.
Of course. Time is of the essence.
Shaken.
Odessa's gonna be talking to you though. Like, can she pay attention? Okay.
Okay. Alright, come on, let's try these dice. Oh boy. Natural one. Not the
Oh,
dice. Oh.
my fault.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Terrible, but sure. So I'll just like briefly describe the dream to her and be like, do you have any idea what this is? Am I just having nightmares, or do you think something? Yeah.
Yeah, remind me again what the
Okay.
dream or what you're sharing.
I s-
No, I just mean from Odessa's,
I mean,
like
I
what
can
she's
do it.
sharing.
I saw the coin that I have. I was in a room. It was sealed off on all sides. One side white and one side dark. I was trying to pick up this coin, but it just kept like running away from me. Then I was on a cliff with water beneath. Then I was in a town and I was following this figure that had stolen my coin.
Hmm.
Then I found 3 young looking boys, and I think I killed them.
Hmm.
It looks like I did. I don't know if it's just a dream or if something out there is trying to mess with me, because when I tried contacting Asran after that, the coin, it's gone wonky. It's not giving me straight answers, and it always has.
Hmm. What does this coin mean to you?
I got it when I was first pointed as in this position as Velstricker. It's meant to be our connection to Asran, to ask for guidance when we need it. Just one face is approval, is kindness, mercy, and the other is disapproval or vengeance, wrath. Pretty straightforward, but recently it's just been acting strange.
And those boys, what did you get any feeling from them? Did they feel as if they were any good or evil?
DM? Mystery. Oh god, no. 5. Okay, so I'll just say, well, I don't really know. But one of them did steal my coin. Doesn't make somebody evil, though.
Right. It definitely does sound like something as someone is trying to test you or lead you to a test of some sort.
You think so? It's not just an overactive mission.
No, I don't think you're overthinking it or anything. Don't worry.
Maybe us.
Okay. My religion. Okay. Let's see. These. Oh, I'll do my paladin dice. That makes sense. Religion. Come on. Okay, 8.
No. Okay. I guess I'll ask Shay, what do you usually see in your dream? There are also messages, right? From whoever.
Not quite messages, more like images and themes, past memories, perhaps?
Are they usually clear, or are they also need some interpretation?
Oh, that must be nice and relaxing. Oh, wow. Okay. Wow. Mm-hmm. Oh, geez. Well, something certainly does seem a bit wonky. My dreams have been quite sporadic recently.
Oh,
Maybe
have
there's
they?
something about this place that we're journeying towards.
How long has this been going on?
It's been the longest dry spell, I suppose, I can recall in a while.
These quarry that are the source of your dreams, you can't actively contact them?
No, it's not like a conversation exactly. As far as I'm concerned, maybe there's a lot more to this that I don't understand.
Well, then perhaps where we're going will help us find some answers.
How about now? Sorry, not to
What?
you guys. Not to you guys. Extra told me that on my stream, my mic was not showing up, so I'm trying to fix that.
Okay.
Keep going.
Yes, I certainly would hope so. I look forward to finding some answers.
I assume you two were whispering that to each other and not just saying it out loud, right?
No, I was saying
No,
it. I'm
no.
saying it out loud. At least I don't have anything to hide.
Wait,
No,
like
this is out loud.
If you want to
quarry?
listen in, you can hear it for sure. What?
You mean like when you were talking about the quarry and stuff?
Yeah.
Oh shit! Are you supposed to think that's
Yep.
I don't know.
Yeah. We weren't being
So,
sneaky.
for Corey, for my own dream, I will say normally, but Corey, I will like whisper. I'll take Shay's cue, I guess, whether she wants it or not.
Because of the fact that you didn't think to whisper in the moment that you said it, roll an intelligence check for me and we'll see whether or not you whisper.
No, because I was thinking about my dream, not the second part, the conversation.
Sure, I'll let it slide.
Ooh, the persuasion check in real life. Wait, so Shay, are you like keeping your voice down when you do that? Like, are you keeping it secret?
She's not like whispering. So, I mean, you definitely would be able to hear it if you're listening in.
Okay.
You're all
Because
still
we're
on
all
goats.
really close right now.
Yeah,
We didn't like distance.
yeah. You're all like on the goats
Goat
together
distancing.
in a group.
No social distancing here.
Social goat distancing.
Good distancing.
Alright, so as you guys continue, nothing really happens for the first hour, 2 hours, 3 hours of this trip, which is around the time when Shay and Odessa have their conversation. As you guys keep going lower down this side of this ridge, you eventually approach the turning point, and something fairly interesting catches the eyes of Shay and Eric. I want both of you to make, before I tell you what it is, both of you make nature checks for me. Shay and Eric.
Okay.
And,
Damn, that's only a 12.
4.
Well, it's enough for Shay. Shay. Both, okay, so everybody sees this. Everybody sees upturned roots, like the bottom of trees, around this valley, as you guys have come down this side of the mountain. And Shay, you do notice that these roots, some clumps of them, are in the shape of what you would consider feet to be in.
Fucking trees, like no.
Yeah.
Finally, we meet the trees.
And they're unmoving,
Warzone flashback.
and even from this distance, you can tell that the vast majority of them are dead.
Oh shoot.
You can just kind of see
They're
from a
up
distance. The
right,
closest.
but they're dead.
No, they're like as in it's upturned root, so it's like their feet are in the air, kind of like they're upside down and covered in snow.
Do
And,
they look like withered, or are they just uprooted?
They look fairly fresh, especially because of the cold and what you presume to be the amount of time since death. And now that
Are they
you're
like
now that you're noticing it, you can also tell that there was an avalanche here at some point. The avalanche killed these ants, as they're known. Davis and Brabin both notice this as well.
Shay will just point and turn to Eric and just say, are these the trees that you've seen before?
Fuck. Goes and hides behind Navitz for now.
As you guys head up this mountain and you come to the end of this, the first phase of today's journey, you begin increasing the incline of your slope, and as the morning grows riper, as it ripens, I say grows riper, Jesus Christ, English. But as the morning ripens and the sun rises in the eastern sky, as you head east on an incline, the rays of sunlight begin to meet you, level with your eyes as you rise to meet it. And as you reach the precipice of the fourth ridge, we're gonna take a short 5-minute break because my food's here.
Government keeps texting me. Dang.
Yeah, no, it's listen, alright? My phone is on vibrate, but this
what
app,
is it?
it's
SG
Grab.
Secure?
No, it's Grab.
Oh,
Grab, yeah, Grab's notifications for some reason are just loud, even though my phone is on silent, which makes no sense. But yeah, we'll be right back in about 5 minutes. I need to go grab my pickup.
Okay.
Cool.
Cool.
No, the poor tree people.
I really wanted to fight these people just to be smoked and navid.
Oh, shit.
That's my
Weren't they the
whole.
ones
That's the
that
whole
were,
thing I
like,
want.
They were like moving away, and now they got killed by avalanche. That's suspicious.
I mean, my assumption, this is based on nothing other than my own suspicion, is whenever most of it, that's probably what most of the stuff I do anyway. Like whoever's making these fucking snow golems, I'm gonna assume they're like a snow sorcerer, so they make avalanches too. That'd be something like snowmancer.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Snickromancer.
Elsa, it's Elsa.
Ah,
Fucking
fuck,
hell,
we're
where do you
fighting
go?
Elsa.
Oh boy.
Oh shit.
Ah, fuck. Why did none of us realize that earlier? We're fighting like mature Olafs. Fuck.
Basically.
Oh no. I swear to God, if the actual person doing this is like a young blonde girl,
I'm calling Betty out for copyright infringement. She's gonna sue your ass.
someone fucking called Disney.
So, as we enter the second leg of this journey, we would like to take watch.
And he got out.
And
What
he cut
happened?
out.
Benny cut out.
Hey, can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where did I cut out?
As
As
we
we
enter
enter the second leg.
As we enter the second leg of this journey, who would like to take watch?
I think Kamara's probably want to take watch. Everyone else has been doing it.
Alright.
Feels left out.
Go ahead and roll a perception check as you trot over to the front on your little goat, and you're like,
I think you mean Jeremiah.
oh, fuck.
I thought it was Jezediah.
Yeah,
Sorry,
you
Jedediah, that's right.
you don't even remember the name of your own
Dare
goat, and you expect
It's
me
been
to.
a week. Jedediah. Alright, perception. That's a honkin' 9.
That's a honkin' 9.
That's a honkin' 9.
Nice. Nice.
He cut out. I didn't notice he just.
No. I am just setting up some space for this. Okay.
Oh no.
Alright,
So I'm
so
putting Jedediah under allies.
as you oh god. Alright then. Okay. So, as you are at the front of the pack, kind of leading the way, well, you're not really leading the way because Davis is right behind you and he's pointing you every time you take a wrong turn and he's like, no, this way, no, that way. Suddenly you hear, and I need you to tell me if a 16 hits you.
Hits me?
Yeah.
Fuck you. Yes, it does.
And a 6 does not hit just the die, unfortunately.
Yes, the goat lives.
Excuse you,
That's what I care about. I'll take a fucking Irish. So get the die, doesn't it?
Okay, so you take 4 points of piercing damage,
Alright.
and the arrow came directly from your south-southeast.
Right. I think with that, he would scream, "Fuck!" Like jump down and try and get cover behind a tree.
I thought you were gonna say behind just the die. Protect me, goat.
No, the goat must be protected. But I am trying to. I'm going to like scream "fuck," jump down off the goat, and like try and get cover, and then scream at everyone, like attack trees or bandits. One of the two.
Where?
Yeah.
That's a 14
what's
to hit
happening?
Odessa and a 16 to hit Shay.
Oh, damn it.
much
Just
did it
missed.
Mhm.
Are we able to shoot back?
Wait, hold
How
on.
much to hit me?
14 and a 18 to hit Shay.
It's not.
Shay?
Shay's hit, yes.
Shay is hit. Okay. 1 point of piercing damage for Shay.
Ouch.
Poke.
So you guys see these long wooden bolts just
Oh no.
Trees.
embedding themselves in your sides. What would you guys like to do? In fact, you don't actually see where they're coming from. You just see the arc as it seems to be coming over the defilade of a nearby outcropping of rock. Seems to be coming from behind there, and just
Again, I
embedding
will
themselves inside you.
Yeah, Kamaris would scream, "Trees, southeast, run!"
I'm gonna follow Kamaris' commands and
Yeah.
dive for
Just
cover.
gonna
Okay.
take cover and her shield.
Is anybody not taking cover and doing something else?
Taking cover behind Navid.
Navid goes behind a tree and then Eric goes behind Navid. So, after you guys get in cover, you hear a few more. Spur it. But none of them seem to hit you. And then you very quickly, just by the force of intelligence of Riker and the combat experience of everybody else, you notice that at any point in time, only 4 of these bolts seem to be fired at once. I want Kimaris and Shay, because you guys are the ones that got hit. Go ahead and make a perception check.
Alright.
Is there any way that Ramos is looking right now?
Ramos is looking towards the south-southeast, yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
12.
12. And Shay?
Dang, I'm not doing so. 11.
You have both not been hit by arrows. You can see that immediately by looking at whatever is sticking out of you, and you see a long, narrow wooden, what you would consider a shaft. But not only is it rough and shown in its design, but it also doesn't have fletchings, it doesn't have a knock. It does have a pointy end, which is now inside you, and as you pull it out, you see the pointy end is certainly pointy, but it wasn't sharpened, and neither is there a metallic point. Instead, it seems organically grown to this little metallic point, and you're unsure as to how it was propelled here. But you're fairly sure that whatever this long, narrow piece of wood is, it was organically grown and not made.
I think Kamaris looks at that. Tiamat's taint! I'm injured by a shaft!
After we take cover and we're like all still for a few
Mhm.
seconds, does it stop or does it just continue?
For now, it's continuing. It's only been 12, 13 seconds.
Okay.
Are you guys leaving the thing in or are you taking it out?
Oh yeah, no, Kamaris is taking it out. He's not leaving it
Okay.
open. Yeah, no, taking that shit out.
Yeah.
Can I try and notice, like, take out my crossbow and try and shoot back?
Mm,
Betray people.
Make a attack roll at
Or like
disadvantage.
I'll provide like some covering fire if anyone wants to.
Well, here's the
Make a
thing,
what attack?
right? The way that I described is that it is currently they whoever's firing these at you is behind Defilid. You can't see them. It is being
Like
fired
shooting
at a
over the
high
rocks.
arc. Yeah, they're shooting over the rocks at a high arc, and it is not accurate fire. All things considered.
It's a
Like,
volley fire.
yeah, it's volley fire. They are deliberately firing inaccurately, but showering you with these things. After a while, you see.
Welsh archer tactics.
Yeah, after
Can
a
I
while,
run up and block with my shield?
you can certainly do that. And if you block with your shield, roll a dexterity check for me.
So I'm heading towards where
Sorry, can you repeat that?
I'm just heading towards where it's coming from. What the fuck? This is my second 2 in this session. 6.
6. You get hit
place.
by one of them right in your calf, and it is painful for you to go further. And actually, as you move further, you see that the density of these little bolts seems to be increasing, and you don't feel like you can safely proceed further. You can certainly try, but it does seem like you can take 2 points of piercing damage for that one hit to your calf.
Alright.
Can I try yelling out "stop" in Elven? Maybe it's probably better than common at whatever's shooting at us.
Elvin, make a performance check.
Ooh, I'm not good at those.
Let's just be love Riker. He's not very charismatic, is he?
No, he has one good stat. Oh, 18. That was
18.
Ryan.
That's
Wait,
pretty
wait,
good.
Hold on. Just 17, not 18. I have to
Okay.
change the character.
That's an orc.
So you guys hear Riker yell out "Halyabasa," or whatever it is that sounds elvish that actually means "please stop." And after a few moments, you hear Bravin clap because the bolts have stopped, and he's clapping. And you guys hear him. He's not in cover. He's a bit like away from you, like almost like in the line of fire. So he goes, "That was actually pretty good. But don't worry, I've stopped the bolts for now."
How?
As you guys turn around and look, you see that there is a tripwire on the ground that you guys passed, and Bravin seems to have found the mechanism under it and disabled it. It appears you had set off a trap.
Wait. So, not trees.
Well, I don't think so. It seems mechanical, don't you think?
Can we just hang over to where we're being shot from, like over those rocks, to see what the hell was shooting at us?
Okay.
I'm pulling the bolt out.
Okay. So whoever is hitting behind those rocks.
To Riker if he wants to examine.
Mhm.
Yeah, I'll take one.
Okay. So whoever is hitting behind those rocks, you see they're about 50 to 60 foot away from where you guys were being hit. And you see this odd contraptions, organic in nature, but definitely some mechanical and magical parts to them. You see these long wooden structures with striations in them twisted to form crude looking crossbows. And you do see that there seems to be a section where the crossbows themselves generate the wood that then become these bolts that are then shot out at a high arc. And they've been placed in such a way as to permanently aim at this large area around this part of the road. This seems to be a set in place, fixed, intelligent, magical, mechanical, organic trap. All of the above.
Right.
Whoa.
Shit.
That's fucking clever. Like, question: can I roll like something to see if this is like Fey or if this is something else? This cat strikes me as Fey.
You didn't receive a bonus to Fey, did you?
Yeah, I do.
Oh, you do? Okay, then I'll let you roll.
It's Fey, undead, infernal.
Sure.
Shit like that.
Straight roll. I'll let you roll a nature check.
With my bonus.
Yeah, with your cursor bonus.
Cool. That would be an 18.
18. Does not seem Fey nature, no. seems fairly terrestrial, prime material.
Okay, okay. Right.
Davis is the one that's been here before, right?
Sorry, can you repeat that?
Davis is the one that's been here before, right?
Davis is the one that's been here before, yes.
I'm gonna turn to him and be like, Davis, was this here before?
No, I don't think so. Well, that being said, I haven't gone through this path in a long time, but no, I don't think this trap was here before.
Right. Well, from what I understand about the Fae and their fuckery, this doesn't strike me as Fae. This strikes me as like prime material plain shit. So either some druids or the weird fucking guy or girl, I don't know, not fucking doing that shit here, is, I don't know, trapping us. You know, the one making the snowman, or some random druid or bandits. Could be a lot of people, but it's not Fae.
Sorry, did you say that they're like normal crossbows that were outfitted?
No, it seems like these crossbows were grown from tree.
You cut out.
It seems these crossbows were grown from tree.
Again, you cut it again.
Oh no.
It seems these crossbows were grown from trees.
Okay.
Are they still attached to trees, or are they their own separate entities now?
Make a perception check.
Oh, fuck's sake.
Am I able to pick them up?
15.
15. They are rooted to the ground. Like organic roots. And upon further inspection, they are indeed connected to one another. You don't, however, see a tree that they are connected to, but all four of them, the roots seem to interconnect and at some point merge into each other. There are 4 such crossbows.
Would it be possible to like unmount one of the crossbows?
No, as far as you can tell.
Set them on fire. I'm gonna go light each one on fire.
You want to light each one on fire? With what?
Prestidigitation. Just make a small little fire on them, let them burn.
Prestidigitation will let you light a small fire on them, but it's not going to burn the whole thing.
No, I'm not trying to burn. Actually, no, I'm gonna use firebolt. Actually, I'll just burn them.
Firebolt?
Yep.
Okay.
I'll ask actually before I do this. Like, we done with this, or like I don't feel we should leave these. You know, for other persons, either like rearm them or some stupid fucker to get shot in the face by a tree.
Burning them seems like a good idea to me.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Thank you. See, the smart man agrees with me, so this is a smart idea.
Yes, this is be dangerous.
Yeah. So with that, I'm gonna go like just using firebolt, just burn each one till they can't.
It takes a
they
few.
don't seem functional anymore.
It takes a bit.
Shay's just slowly backing out.
It takes a while, but you do eventually set all 4 of them on fire, and they are destroyed beyond utility.
Cool. Yeah. So after that, just gonna do it. Right. That's fucking done. Hope they don't regrow. That'd be a pain in the ass.
Well,
Could
can
I
destroy them.
possibly try to detach the wire and take the wire with us?
Well, Bravin's already detached the wire. You can just ask him for it.
Oh, I mean, he's taking it with him now?
No, he just detached it and left it there. He didn't seem to have a need for it.
Oh, important question. Is that like metal wire or like vines and shit?
It's like twine, except it's very thin.
Ah. Right. He says a garrote wire.
Yes, but it's a good idea to destroy them anyway. Wherever it is.
So Shay, if you want it, that is a 60-foot long wire.
Oh, jeez.
That's a lot of wire.
No, I can't carry that. I would like to have it though, but I cannot.
I'll take it.
It's a spool.
I'll take that.
It's like if you spool it up, it's about like this big.
But it's heavy though.
Fairly heavy.
Right? I mean,
yeah.
how heavy is it?
I would say
Your mountain
that
can
big?
carry it, right?
yeah, I would say that big, about like 2 pounds.
I can
Oh,
unplug
what?
my bag if you
Yeah, I mean you're talking about wire. It's not cable. It's just wire.
Oh, okay. All right, that's fine then. Yeah, might need that for later.
Right. So who's taking it? Because I heard Riker wants
I
it.
think
I don't mind taking it.
either Riker or Shay.
Shay asked her, she can take it, I don't care.
Yeah.
I was just saying I can carry it if it was too heavy.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't really matter. I guess Shay will take it.
I literally have just a backpack full of like not much.
and a sword.
Are you guys gonna continue on your journey?
Yes, let's keep moving, but keep your eyes
Oh,
peeled.
is just okay?
Encounter more traps
Get shot.
along these.
Is Dio okay?
The die is fine. We almost got hit, but it's fine. I believe I just had to say that.
Tough goat.
Love this goat.
Yeah, I'm just gonna warn everyone.
Which reminds me of a goat I actually knew in real life. God, the goats are great.
Burgers are great.
No, I can agree with that. Burgers are great.
Alright, so. Can't believe I'm gaming a burger in my hand, but. And this is on stream too. What am I doing with my life? Alright, anyway.
Yeah, you're just giving free advertisement to KFC.
I really am,
You gotta
alright.
get sponsored before you can do that. Or, redact their names. Oh, I love this non-sponsored fried chicken sandwich.
Fuck that, it's finger licking good. Alright, anyway. Which is probably bad in this timeline, but don't lick your fingers, folks. Don't.
Yeah.
Alright, but Jesus Christ, this is the strangest timeline we're living in. Anyway.
Yeah.
It really is. It really
Fuck me, it is weird.
But
Yeah.
D&D is always there for all of us.
D&D is always
God,
there for all of us. Alright, anyway. As you guys are heading on towards this third leg of the journey, who would like to take watch?
I feel like everyone's watching at this point.
No, but one person in particular always takes point. At the front of the back.
I think while we're riding, Kamar's begin taking like notes in his journal again, like fucking like natural grown crossbows, drawing little diagrams of those and getting them in a notebook.
Fair enough.
And of Yeti, of course.
Alright, so who's taking point on this third leg?
Eric.
Perception check.
21.
Dang.
Heading along the path, with Davis instructing you on which way to go. At one point you take a turn, and you almost miss it, but then you suddenly stop. You see that along this path ahead of you, there are some dangerously positioned rocks that seem to have been weathered somehow recently. And looking at it, you can't help but feel uneasy that it's in a dangerous position. You can actually see some gravel and pebbles slowly making their way down the side of the mountain. And you get the feeling it's not a very good way to go straight down here.
But we have goats.
You do. But goats are...
Goats are not rock proof.
Yeah, goats are not rock proof.
Contrary to popular belief, they are not rock-proof. Don't believe everything you hear on the Granada tube.
Mhm.
Okay, guess we'll take a detour in that case.
So you pointed it out?
Oh yeah, obviously. Yeah.
Okay. So, Davis kind of looks at it. He doesn't see it at first, but then eventually he realizes it. He goes, well, we're in a bit of a pickle. We can either head forward and hope we don't get crushed by rocks or have our return path blocked off by these rocks. Or we can head down into the ravine, and it will be a slightly longer trip by a couple hours, but we should still be able to reach our next checkpoint by tonight. What do you wish to do?
How many of these rocks are like how much, like if it were to fall, would it cover like the entire path or?
It would destroy the path.
Oh.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Like it would cause a gaping section in the path to just be cleaved away.
Well, I don't know about you. I like going places quickly, but not when I can get crushed to death by boulders.
Or when your
Yes.
return path is gone.
Detour
Yeah.
sounds.
Because I was thinking, like, what if we knock them down now and then safely walked around them? But if it just cleaves the path off, that's no good.
Nah.
Is there any way we can disable them? Because if they just naturally fall and they block our...
There are probably ways you can disable them, but what are you thinking of?
Like, they're on top of what? A hill.
Okay, so rock outcropping as part of the mountain, except that its connection to the mountain has been sheared almost cleanly clear by what seems to be erosion, and it is teetering on its very last connection to the mountain. In fact, there's already cracks beginning to show in that connection.
How high up is
100 feet?
Ooh.
From where you guys are. You guys are already like a mile above sea level at this point.
like we ropes and pythons, right? If we somehow
If you took the rock down, make a intelligence check.
No, I thought you said if you took it down it was blocked.
Yeah, I know, but still make an intelligence check anyway now that you're considering this.
Nat 20?
Okay.
Oh wow.
If you took it down, it would take up a minimum of 100-foot section of the path. You do indeed have enough ropes and pythons to try and make it across, but the keyword is try. You do not have a guarantee that you will succeed.
No, that's not what I was asking though.
What were you asking?
If we can use ropes and pythons to brace, like support the outcropping so it doesn't fall.
It's 100-foot higher, then you need to climb 100 foot up first before you can do that.
This is smarter than me. I mean, I'll mention this idea to the party, but I don't know if they want to waste doing that. It's just taking a few hours.
That would be nice if we could secure it, but it doesn't look like we have exactly what we need to do so.
Yeah. And even then, there's no guarantee that we aren't just gonna, get crushed and die.
Mm-hmm.
Fair point.
I don't see any other way around taking a detour for our safety. Anybody else?
Well then.
I mean, yeah, I'm just saying, if we do this, it's only a couple hours off a journey. I think we can, deal with a couple hours extra.
Well, here's the thing about the detour. This time David speaks up. If we do detour, we could try to simply keep moving longer for today to reach the spot where initially planned we would lay to rest tonight. Or we could head further down the ravine, somewhat still on the right direction but in a slight tangent, and we would rest at the ruins of Monmohra.
No what now?
Ruins of Monmohra. It's a very old dwarven dwelling, caves, lots of underground tunnels. It's abandoned now, but I have been there before. It's a fairly decent place to set up camp, and from there it would be another day's walk to where our final destination is. Same as if we took the detour and then went to where we were going to make camp, which is on the summit of one of the mountains down.
I for one vote that we go for Moria.
It's not Moria, it's Monmohra. You just triggered me with that. You want to fight a Balrog? Because I can make that happen.
Nah, we're good, mate. We're good.
It does sound safer to seek shelter down there, in my opinion. And then continue. What you guys think?
Yeah.
I'm also a little bit curious to see these ruins, to be honest.
Same, actually.
Yeah, Gata.
Hey!
Agata!
Hello. False alarm, no trees.
Yeah.
Well, yes, trees, but they're all dead.
Yeah, well, they're all dead.
Stupid natural crossbow trap.
Yeah.
Wait, fuck my dice.
Moria.
Fuck the dice? I wouldn't recommend that, that hurts.
No, I forgot my... forgot to set up my dice.
Wait, why did you speak
No
from
more
experience?
PP dice, please.
Good question.
No more.
Good question, my friend.
Oh boy.
I only have
I
questions.
don't want to say in front of Agatha.
I'm going
I thought you didn't care.
I'm going to read quickly the summary and then yeah.
Okay.
I know, dang Hobo, you had that on tap. You were ready.
I mean, it's Hobo. Are you surprised?
Nope.
Nah.
I'm running out of serviettes. Alright.
Running out of what?
Running out of serviettes. Do you not know what a serviette is?
The hell's a serviette?
What's that?
Call it napkin.
Oh yeah, they call it napkins, don't
Paper
they?
napkin.
Which is odd because Luke is actually British, and the British word for it is serviette.
No, it's
Dude,
napkin.
your mic is acting up.
Yeah,
You're,
no,
like, putting it
we
on
call
and
napkins napkins.
Can you guys hear me now?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, I was saying it's weird because Luke doesn't know what a serviette is, but serviette is the British English word for napkin.
It's happening again.
Yeah, didn't hear a fucking word of that.
1 second.
Something wrong with your mic, like.
Mic testing.
Testing 1 2 3. How are you?
Right. I was saying it's weird that Luke doesn't know what a serviette is because the word serviette is the original British English word for paper napkin.
Oh.
I'm Scottish. I'm Highland Scottish. I'm like bloody English.
It's the same thing, really.
Excuse you.
It's like
no.
it's like saying you're from Malaysia.
Dude, fuck the English, bro.
English are wankers.
I need to know how that is spelled because the only Soviet I know is Soviet Russia.
Oh,
Tax in London. It's a hell.
Can you spell serviette for her? Because my hands are full.
That's a Russian word.
His hands are full of untitled food. Ah, I see.
Okay, so I read the summary and as much as confused I am, I think I know what's happening.
It's fine, we're all
What are you
confused.
I have Yeti eyeballs.
Okay.
Technically
That's all
true.
you need to know. Yeah.
Never mind, I'm just confused.
Yeah, good. That's how we like it. Might be some more.
Are we on
So,
a break or something?
what are we-
Are we on a break or something?
Mm-mm.
No, Benny's just eating.
Oh.
No, I was actually waiting for her to read the summary.
Yeah, we're waiting for you to get all caught
She's
up.
done.
Do you have any questions?
But really?
Alright, cool.
Okay, excellent. In that case, we can continue. So, as you guys head down into this valley, who is leading this charge? It cannot be someone who has already led today.
God, we should have used all our like good perception people first. We need to space them out.
I guess I can.
Okay, Riker, make a perception check.
Or me and Ramos? Question mark.
Ramos is always just passively active. Can't believe I just said that. Passively active.
What is it, perception?
Perception.
Perception, yeah.
3.
Oh my god.
Make it an investigation.
God, low rolls for perception today.
Come on, guys, we're gonna just die.
Well,
Because I wasn't around, that's why.
you do see something. You do see something. It's fog. And the deeper you go into this part of the valley, which is past the fourth ridge, a thick rolling fog begins to set in throughout this entire lower area of this mountain range. And you find yourself unable to see further than a few feet in front of you. Davis calls the goats together and tightens up the formation, taking the lead himself past you. A pat on the back. It's fine, son, I can take it. And begins leading you onward down into this ravine. Robin at the very back. This goes on for a while. Would you guys like to do anything while in the fog?
Sorry, what was happening? I was grabbing a beer.
Wow.
I just died a little inside, but yeah, no, you guys are in a fog. Riker can't really see anything.
I'm gonna try casting light on my mace and see if that helps.
You immediately blind everyone around you.
Oh
Aren't, like,
gosh.
The majority of our party.
Well, thank you, Odessa. Very helpful.
Dark vision.
Yeah. Dark vision doesn't help. So yeah, everyone has dark vision except Riker, but here's the thing, right? In a fog, you don't want to create a source of light within the fog because it makes the fog opaque.
Oh, they teach us that in driving school.
Yep. So Odessa, actually never having encountered fog before, assumes that a light would help. Casts light on her mace, and immediately all of you are blinded. You hear a cursing Davis turn. Turn that off!
My eyes! Ow!
God, woman, give a warning before you do that.
I'm sorry, I thought it would.
I'm gonna put a crimson
Odessa,
ray
you
on it. I'm gonna
greatly
pull out my
disappointed
great sword
us.
and I'm gonna put a crimson ray on it.
Okay. What crimson ray are you putting on?
What do I fancy? Like,
What is your
let's say,
element for the
like,
day, by the way?
Oh yeah, I gotta choose. I'm gonna pick. I don't have snow yet. Let's go with. Let's go tried and true. Let's go blue.
Okay.
Tried and true blue.
Yep.
Tried and true blue.
Yep. So I'm gonna put lightning damage on my great sword. I roll my shit. 1 point of damage. Oh, that's not bad damage.
By the way, as you guys are heading down lower into this valley, Eric, you begin to find your link to Aiden fading. You can't really feel him through this fog as much as you normally do, and you kind of worry for a moment. You're like, wait, where is he? And then he ends up swooping down into the fog with you. He's unable to communicate with you very clearly, but you get the feeling that being above the fog wasn't comfortable for him.
I would probably like firstly pet him, and then I would like try to use Aiden as like a fan to just whisk away the fog in front of me.
Aiden tries, doesn't really help much.
What?
Oh.
Is that supposed to work?
Does anybody have something that could help us with this visibility? Perhaps get rid of the fog, blow it away.
I mean,
try to blow it away.
I could try making you sleep.
It's not working.
Does Eric just start huffing and puffing?
No, I used Aiden as a fan. Remember?
Oh.
Oh well.
Well, Aiden is frantically flapping. Nothing's happening.
Something bigger than a bird, perhaps.
I'm gonna ask Davis and Bravin. Is this weather usual for this time of year?
Well, yes and no. Not at this time of the day. This time of the year, yeah, fog is fairly common. Bravin from behind jumps in. However, it's quite unusual to see fog quite this thick, quite this low as well. Typically, it happens at a higher altitude. We're in a valley, and you wouldn't expect it to be this dense.
Odessa like takes out her crossbow, kind of loads it around the rest of you guys. Beyond your guys, I fear you might be walking.
Yeah, does Ramos seem on edge at all?
Ramos does not seem to be on edge.
Can I cast Divine Sense? Use Divine.
Use
Nice.
Divine Sense, sure. What can you describe Divine Sense to me again?
So it can detect. Hold on.
Good and evil.
You do not detect hold on.
Celestial. That was such a dad joke. Jesus Christ. Okay. So celestial fiend undead.
You do not sense any of that in your vicinity.
Alright.
It's fucking
Wait,
Faye.
they say that the fog is normal for this area. Or
Yeah,
not?
thinking of Faye. Does
Wait, hold on. Let me respond to Aurora.
Yeah, I apologize.
He said that it's normal this time of the year, but it's a bit early to have this kind of fog. Usually this kind of fog sets in at night and higher up in the altitude, not usually this low.
I identify it?
Unfortunately, identify does not seem to reveal anything about this fog. I will say you can do it as a ritual. You don't need to do it as a spell slot. It's fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can I look over at Rooney? Like, what does Rooney react to this?
Nope. Rooney seems to be
No,
fairly
we're all
comfortable
doing-
on top of Remus.
Oh, okay.
Rooney doesn't really seem to care.
Never really care.
Rooney doesn't give a fuck. Yeah, I wanna thinking of Faye. Does this strike to Kamaris as Faye fuckery?
Make a nature check.
Nature. All right. It's a solid 14.
14, 1-4. It could be, but you don't. It's like you because of the subject matter at hand, right? You're like your mind immediately goes to like, oh, this could absolutely be Faye, and then you're like, wait, hold on. There's like 1,000 other things it could be, but it could be Faye.
It could be Faye. Well, also could be a fiend or demon.
Could be
Or
fog.
mage or natural fog.
Shay is
or
just
just-
gonna follow
could be
Odessa, and
anything,
she's
really.
just gonna have her shield out.
Well, it's
and,
not
like,
me.
Okay.
Draw
No,
a
it's
sword.
not Riker.
What is Navid saying, by the way?
Yeah, I was thinking something, but I think it would be a bit too metagamey, so I don't know if I should do it.
What would you like to do?
Would I be able to tell if this is like a spell? Because I have one spell in mind that can do that, so...
You can roll an Arcana check. If you want to see if it's magic, you can roll an Arcana check if you want to.
Okay.
Could I roll an Arcana
Well,
check?
it's cheap.
Yeah, sure. I'll let 2 people roll Arcana.
It's a 6.
It's a 6? Oof. No, you're not sure.
Yep.
I don't think I can guide this, right?
Jesus.
12.
12? With the 12, you are fairly certain that there's something magical about it, but you can't quite place your finger on it. You don't think it's a spell, but you can't quite put your finger on what it is.
Got a bad feeling.
About this.
So do I.
Ready yourself, mate.
I don't want to get shot again.
Do you know which way we're traveling? Like,
Yeah, Davis still Davis seems to be fairly good at his job, and still seems to be hitting just straight forward.
okay. What
Seems to
terrain
have
is it?
some way of orienting himself.
Okay. What terrain is it?
This right now, mountain.
Okay.
As you guys keep hitting forward at a slower pace, because Davis is bringing the entire pace of the group slower for the sake of safety.
Mm-hmm.
Suddenly, you damn it! And you see Davis has stopped. And you see right in front of
Guys.
him. No, it's just well, look. And you look for a moment, you don't see anything, and you see a foot in front of Davis. The fog is so thick. And you didn't see it for a moment, but you see a large brick wall.
Oh boy.
I walked to a fucking wall.
When
Has
you
that
say
always been there?
we saw a foot in front of Davis, I was freaking out.
Yeah, I definitely thought it was gonna be like a giant tree foot again or something.
We have a bad we are so suspicious of fucking trees.
Well, some of us
What
have
does
good
this
reason.
wall look like?
It's a gray and white. So it's gray brick and white pestle and mortar. Did I just say pestle? I just meant mortar. Pestle and mortar is something entirely
Yeah,
different.
I was like mulling that over in my brain, like
It's like just imagine bricks and like a pestle and mortar set on top, and then a brick and then a pestle and mortar set. No, it is gray brick and white mortar.
How tall?
English, Betty. You can't tell right now. However, the fog seems to be thinning slightly around this physical structure, and you can see it's fairly wide. It seems to be this raised kind of squarish box in front of you, and there doesn't seem to be a door on this side, but Davis immediately starts going around. He goes, "Come, follow me. There should be a door somewhere here."
Do you know this place?
Yes, this is Monmohra.
Oh.
oh, we've made it.
Well, I did say it's fairly close by. We should be able to escape the fog by getting inside the city. Just, And then he starts patting down the brick wall. He goes, see, the problem is these dwarves were not very friendly of outsiders. Every entrance is a secret. It's guarded. It cannot be seen from the outside. You just need to know the right spot, and I'm afraid I'm having a bit of trouble with this. Why don't you help me? Try to find the entrance.
Shay just starts patting it down as well next to him.
Get
All
the
right.
guidance.
Guidance on Shay? Okay. Anybody else doing it with Shay?
Yeah, I'll help.
Okay, go ahead and roll investigation checks, both of you.
Can I get the spelling for the town name?
Monmohra. Sure.
15.
1-5? Okay.
Yep.
Let me go ahead and get that D4 out right quick. Okay. Damn. That makes a total of 10.
Okay. Shay, you're looking for a bit, you don't find anything? Rika, you search quite a while, about half an hour, until you finally find one brick that seems to have a inscription of some sort on it. What languages do you speak?
Elven and Common, but if it's something I can't read, I'd call over Davis, probably.
Yep, it's Dwarvish, and you can't read it.
I assumed.
But you do recognize that it is Dwarvish.
Yeah, I'll call Davis over anybody that speaks Dwarvish.
Hey, oh, no, I can't help you with that. I don't speak Dwarvish.
Does anybody else here speak Dwarvish?
Nope.
Didn't study that in the temple, unfortunately.
Really? Damn.
Nah.
Nobody speaks Dwarvish.
Unless the dwarves, wrote it in dragon,
I don't
devil,
think
or
it's.
demon speak, then no.
I don't think Dragon Dwarven is a thing.
No.
I mean,
At this
maybe-
point,
maybe a
Bravin
dwarf wrote
kind of
dragon.
like saunters over from the back and goes, what's this? Am I the most useful one here? He just like has this wide smile on his face.
Shay flicks his ear.
Oh, okay, fine. And he walks up to it. Well, that's not ominous at all.
Uh-oh.
Oh, well, that's funny. Let's.
That's
Oh, I
so
want to hear it now. Come on.
Well, it could be translated any number of ways, but the most
What's the fun
common
one?
the most common one is death.
Oh, it's gonna be fun.
However, this glyph could also mean, well, a bunch of things associated with life. Well, the more deathier side of life, really, like blood is a fairly common use of this glyph. I mean, the most common one is death by far. Funeral is, depending on context. In this case, there is no context; it's just one glyph.
Are we screwed no matter the meaning?
Yes.
Could it also stand for grave?
Grave, possibly. This could be a grave. Yes.
Or tomb, rather?
No, there's a separate inscription for tomb.
I see.
Well, is it a magical one? Will it death us if we
It
interact
doesn't seem
with
to be
it, or is
magical,
it
as you
a
see him just
warning?
prodding it. No, it's really just. It's just a word. I don't know what to tell you.
All right. Well, Davis, is this the block we push, or how did you get in here before?
Davis kind of like scratches his ear and goes, well, I gotta tell you, last time we came here, well, I came with a commander who could speak Dwarvish, and I don't remember anything about death. It seems that in the fog we've come to a different one of these entrances than the one that I've been to last time. Because last time it was a very simple push and it opened.
Death entrance. Lovely.
Yes, perhaps it might be worth looking for that other entrance.
In
that's
this fog?
marked with death. Fair enough.
Kimaris?
Mm-hmm.
Like to do the blood thing and see if that triggers something?
Like,
The blood
like blood on the
donation.
wall.
Guys, let's not perform blood rituals on some random walls, please.
I don't know about you, but like blood rituals are like I don't know
Doesn't
something you do
sound
before
like a good
breakfast.
idea.
Yeah.
I have
That's
a
what you
feeling that
do.
if we do like anything rare, we are going to free some ancient beings.
Angel beings, you say? Prick my finger. Flick some blood.
Oh no!
Make a charisma check.
Out of horror
Oh
movies.
yeah, charisma. I'm great at charisma. Oh yeah. It's 20.
20?
Very 20.
Okay.
Very 20.
So you flick some blood, it stays on the inscription a moment, and then seems to be absorbed into the inscription, and you see these very faint white lines of light begin moving up around the side of this square structure, almost in the shape of an archway, but the lines don't complete. You do take 1 point of piercing damage.
Ha!
Ah, shit.
Blood rituals. I love this. This is my domain.
Death, right?
So.
And then
Probably
the archway, the light of the archway slowly begins to start diminishing. It seems that it wasn't enough, whatever it was.
All right, I feel like.
Bleed him out. No.
No. Hold it there. Okay. How do you feel about a goat sacrifice?
Oh, not good.
Not my goat. No, not my goat. Someone else's goat. That's my goat.
No.
I mean, you gotta feed it some
Well,
blood.
hold on a moment, because there are more inscriptions.
God damn it.
Oh,
We could
great.
sacrifice Navid.
Oh, right. And maybe, what about you?
Hold on.
Goat or the...
I think
Oh no, I don't have much blood.
at this point you guys see Bravin looking up at like half of the inscription that's come up. I might be wrong because only half the inscription is up there, but I think it has to be Chimaris. Because it says chosen blood.
Oh boy.
Huh.
We sacrifice Gimaris.
Alright, 1 minute. Like
Was
you said,
that
Kimbo was
there
like,
before?
you seem like
This
chosen
wall
blood.
will have his blood and Rudy will have his soul.
1 minute. Alright, this is my wheelhouse now. It like begins like comically stretching.
Hold on.
Alright.
We just
Come
need
on.
Yeah.
Slow down, buddy.
Uh-huh.
Hold on.
Yeah.
We don't know what any of this means.
I don't care.
All right.
To get into this,
Would you
we can
would you
make
be a,
campaign-
would you be a deer? Would you prepare some healing spell? Because I feel like I'm gonna be draining a bunch today.
All right
Oh,
then. And
all
Shay
right.
just starts rubbing her hands together.
Yeah. So Kamaris is like he's gonna like get out like his dragon claw and like from the underside of his arm just like cut down and just begin to like just paint the wall with his arm.
Roll a d10 for
I'm
me.
I'm guidancing him before he does.
Okay.
Like,
Cool.
oh,
No
we
rolling.
can stream or down the river.
This is going to end badly. I have a feeling.
Yep.
This is so...
Chimaris, go ahead and roll a d10 for me.
D10. Oh, lovely.
Guidance doesn't help with this.
All right.
Bum, bum, bum.
I rolled an 8.
You take 8 points of piercing damage,
Okay.
Oh.
and the lines begin to form more clearly this time. Okay, they white in color, and they form the outside of an archway, and they solidify into like hard, like physical gaps in the brick. And you can see it doesn't turn into a doorway, not yet, but the inscription originally with the symbol for blood, death, whatever it was, is now in the center, and there's a clear section of runes at the very top. Bravin comes forward to read them and goes, well, loosely translated, it says 3 of chosen blood may enter as one.
What?
Says 3 of chosen blood may enter as one.
Enters one.
So what? Like 3 of us can go in, and that's it.
What does chosen blood mean?
Thank you, Maris. Maybe we need your siblings.
I mean, maybe.
I don't think this is made specifically for Chimaris.
Well, it actually could. I could be reading it wrongly. My dwarvish is slightly weird, but the way the grammar is, it could either be 3 of chosen blood could enter as one, or 3 who choose blood could enter as one.
Choose blood? How the hell does that mean?
I think
Did
I'll
it
pass.
require blood sacrifice last time you were entering?
I can do it.
Alright.
Hold on.
Oh, right?
Should we
but-
do this?
But to Elrona, Shay will just say, no, he said he went to a completely different entrance than this. Apparently blood sacrifice was not their thing there.
Yeah, this is certainly
Then why
weird.
are we not looking for that entrance?
Because look around. Do you see the other entrance?
That's what I proposed, but
Why don't we just make camp out here. If only 3 of us can get inside, that defeats the purpose of coming to this town. To shelter.
We might have to continue on. I mean, this is far more dangerous than I thought.
Yeah. Well,
Can we climb over the wall?
Here's the thing. There is another reason why we'd want to get into Monmohra. Monmohra serves as somewhat of a shortcut to our final destination, because we can simply go under the mountains rather than over them. It's a sprawling network, and I am fairly familiar with the inside of the city, just not the entrances outside. I spent quite a bit of time inside.
So, can
any
we
other
climb
options?
over this wall, or?
We need one.
Oh, it's not a wall. I think you can't see the top, but if it's anything like the other entrance, it's just a cube with one entrance and it heads down.
This is weird.
3 that choose blood.
For once, I agree with you.
That choose blood.
This
Does
is
that
very
mean like
different, and I don't trust this.
fighting, like choosing to shed blood?
oh,
I
if
think
it
it
is,
just means
I'm
putting-
so going in there.
Blood on the wall.
It's bundle. I mean, all right. Who else wants to bleed on the wall with
Yeah,
me?
or if it's just as simple as shedding a little bit of blood onto the wall, that's not an issue. But
I'll
Or
take
maybe
the dagger out
it's
of my
like,
boot.
it's like,
Cut my arm.
You cut your
Oh,
arm,
boy.
Riker?
Yeah, I'll throw blood on it too.
Okay, roll a d10.
We're just standing around. 4.
4. Okay.
Eric does the same.
Before that, Riker,
Oh, okay.
as you take your blood and you smear it on the same place that Kimura's did, this time more illuminations show up as have in the color of red, as you see red vines beginning to encircle this motif of the archway that was on this side. On the vines, especially the thicker points towards the bottom on the sides, you see more inscription. Robin immediately leans in and goes, inscriptions on both sides are identical. Bonds forged in blood will see you through to the end of your journey. It seems to be incomplete. Ends there. And then
Guys,
Eric,
I'm
you
gonna
said
go-
you're drawing blood as well? Okay,
Question,
roll a
after
d10.
hearing that, can I stop him? So, wait, hold on there. Well, think about this. If 3 people can come in here, so I think Riker's just, done that, and I've just drenched this fucker in blood. That means one more person, at least the way I'm understanding it, is gonna get in here.
Alright.
So,
Yes, and I don't think it's a good idea to
Yeah.
split up.
I'm also bleeding heavily, and we might need someone who might, does
Healing,
the
healing.
magic.
Oh,
Yeah.
do this.
I thought it was like 3 people's blood is like the key, and then we all can get in as one.
Kind of what I was thinking too.
Was that it?
Six
I
healing
fucking thought it was like only 3 people come in.
No, I thought maybe we're all interpreting this differently. We don't speak the language.
I
No.
have blood on the wall already.
Okay, how about
I think we
everyone
go
just
for it.
however just stab their palms, put some blood on the wall, see what happens.
Alright.
Everybody.
Kimars, I heal you for 6, but then I say I'm not comfortable giving my blood to some entity that I don't.
What's that
neither
blood?
am I.
What's
Yeah,
wrong with blood
same.
sacrifice? Well, again, where I come from,
I don't
this is something
trust
you
this
just
at all.
do. You go to the store, blood sacrifice. You walk outside, blood sacrifice.
All right.
My
We're not all from that area.
We're not all from that town.
No, you
Maris,
you
you
can say
remember
it. I
what
don't
we
mind.
talked about
Yeah.
in terms of being normal?
I'm a literal hellspawn. I don't. No shame here. Yeah.
no,
Are we
my
gonna try and go through this door, or are we going around?
I think we should try a third person's blood and see if it opens it up.
Aye. And I take my knife and
Okay, roll a d10, Eric.
This is when we have to roll new characters, boys.
2.
2. Okay, you take 2 points of piercing damage as you smear some blood on the wall. It is enough. And this time you guys see blue light beginning to form in the rest of this archway as you see a horizontal light at the very bottom connecting the two poles of the archway, meeting at the center and ascending vertically in a straight line. More glyphs begin to form on the left and right side of what you see now as this large double doorway. And as Bravin quickly reads them, goes, "Your bonds have been formed. Your bonds will last. As long as you remain true, you will be protected by the blood of Monmohra." And you see this double doors immediately split in stone and open outwards. A warm breeze coming in from the lightly amber lit interior as you see a set of stairs that descend down into the mountain. Descend further than you can see, but you can see amber torchlight flickering and lighting this way. Immediately once the torchlight is seen, you see Darius going, "Oh, that's odd. There shouldn't be torchlight down there. This place is abandoned."
I was
Well,
about to
maybe it's
say,
magic,
I'm glad
we
we're
just
not
put-
dead. But at the same time, I think I'm speaking too early.
meh.
It might be
freezing out there.
magic. I mean,
I
we
mean,
did put blood on the door and it opened.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Could be magic.
Can Shay try to push her hand through the threshold? Can she
Yep.
go
you-
through?
Yeah, it's a doorway.
Well, we gave
It's
our blood.
magic, you don't know.
I assume we're going through.
I mean, I
All
drank
right,
this
then.
thing of blood. I
Mhm.
kind of have to, like obligations. I
We
have
kind
to.
of already did.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Alright, Davis, be our guide.
Alright then. Well, I've never taken this entrance, but first time for everything. And then he starts slowly taking his steps on the way down.
We'll figure it out.
Can I cast Cure Wounds on Kimaris?
I think Kimara's is
I'm,
already
I'm,
healed.
I'm okay. Yeah. I'm only missing 3 hit points at this point. Don't worry.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you were 8.
Oh no, Odessa
Odessa
healed
healed
me.
him.
Yeah, Odessa healed me. I'm fine. Don't worry about it.
Okay. As you guys head down, who is all of you are able to enter. There's no restriction. As the last of you, which is Bravin, enters, the doors do begin closing behind you, and everybody turns for a moment in panic. But then you see there are actually there's a handle on the inside, and there's like a little wheel that you can turn to unlock it, and it seems like it is openable from the inside. It's not like it's locking you in.
Nice.
Well, I suppose your blood is now blessed, the 3 of you.
Blessed or cursed, we'll never know.
At which point,
Fair
I
enough.
want Rika, Eric, and Kimaris to roll wisdom saving throws.
No!
Oh no.
Don't give your
Yeah, I was right. Only 3 of us can go in without fucking.
Children, don't give your blood to
uh,
strangers.
Yeah, 19.
Okay. Rika.
Riker got a dirty 20.
Okay, and Eric.
7.
Okay,
Oh.
so all 3 of you immediately feel a searing pain on your back of your necks. Eric, you actually feel so much pain that you take 1 point of psychic damage just for the pain. And immediately you feel like this burning sensation just at the back of your skull. So you rub and you feel something there that wasn't before.
I'm gonna take a look at Kimaris, like where he's touching.
On Kimaris' back of his neck, you see a small, what looks to be a tattoo of a crescent moon.
Ooh.
Maris, did you always have a tattoo here?
Well, no. Last one I
Well,
had.
you do now.
What's on the back of my neck then? Can one of you
Fuck.
take a look?
Wait, do we? No,
Alright, alright.
Ooh,
Shay
you
will
got
look.
maximum
look.
tattoos.
On the back of Riker's, you see a sun, a motif of a sun.
I've got a crescent moon here. What's
You've got a
What's on
son,
your-
Riker.
Eric, come over here.
On the back
What
of
is this?
Eric's neck, you see a star.
Constellation themed.
This is really dumb, but like I want to get tattoos like this. This themes.
Just have to give your blood to some.
All tattoos are the exact same spot. Eric's tattoo seems slightly more raw than the others. Mainly because he failed his wisdom save and therefore he couldn't fully withstand the pain of it. The other two withstand the pain, so you don't take any damage. But all three of you do have the tattoos on the back of your necks now.
It's not ominous. We'll be fine.
I wonder why they chose these specific symbols for each of you
probably-
specifically.
It's likely the order that we put our blood on the door, if I had to take a guess.
Right.
As you guys head further down these stairs, you finally see the source of the torchlight. You see what looks to be a long, dark hallway, and just at the very start of this hallway, where the stairs meet the hallway, you see torches, one on each side, lit, illuminating the first 5 to 10 feet of this hallway.
Okay, I'm gonna have
By the
sword
way,
drawn.
We have to go to.
Yeah, it's just one way. It's stairs down into hallway.
Huh? I mean, the goats are with us.
No, the goats are probably outside, and unless you want to bring them with you.
I mean, the plan was to continue
we're ma-
through. Why would we leave them?
Did Davis want to take them with us?
Davis would have tied them up outside.
Right.
I'll let you guys make a call. Are they with you or are they not?
No, but like
Wait,
we're
but,
not
like,
coming
what-
back here, are we?
Yeah, wouldn't we be leaving them behind?
You can totally come back here. You sort of know the way.
Huh.
No, I mean from wherever we're coming out to where we're going, we're not gonna have the goats then.
That depends. If you choose to come back through Monmohra, then you can definitely pick up the goats.
I mean, I'm gonna see what Davis does because he should know.
Well, Davis
shouldn't-
doesn't
shouldn't we
tie
leave
the
the
goats. Davis doesn't tie the goats. Instead, he begins unloading the equipment from the goats. And if you ask him, he says that the goats are fairly self-sufficient, and you can call them to you from like the vicinity. You don't even need to be in the immediate vicinity, but they are trained to forage for their own food for a few weeks on end. And when you're back and you call for them, they will return to you.
We won't need them to continue our journey on the other side.
Well, I mean, they would certainly be convenient, but the journey on the other side is fairly short. And within Monmohra, they would only be a burden.
Alright then.
Okay. What colors are the tattoos? Each one of them are this dark gray.
So I got a crescent moon tattoo. Cool.
Yep.
This might be
Tramp stamp.
this might
Yeah,
be
yeah, what-
stupid, but it said to follow what you did. So maybe Chimaris should be in front of me and I'll be in the middle, and then Eric behind me. It said stay true, right? Like stay true to who you are, or something. like that?
Raven, could you repeat the whole message to us, please, of what you read?
It said, well, first it said 3 of chosen blood, or 3 who choose blood, whatever it may be, may enter as one. Then it said through this blood bond, you will travel together of sorts, something like that. And then the very last one, can't entirely remember, but it did say something about staying true to this bond, and as long as you stay true, Monmohra will protect you.
Alright
Right.
then, you
Well-
guys are best friends now.
I mean, I always kind of like Riker. You know, he's a smart git, and I appreciate that about a guy.
Thank you.
Who is this Monmohra?
Monmohra is the name of this city, actually.
Well,
It's
they
not
make
me.
it seem like it's a person.
But that's true. I don't know a lot about the history. Maybe we'll learn.
Were they known to curse people?
No, I don't
Are they
think
a
so.
demon?
No, I don't think so. As you guys are having this conversation, you head further down the stairs, and then it's the start of the hallway with the torches. And as you guys get closest to the bottom of the stairs, 2 more torches open up further down the hallway, illuminating more. And you actually see the beginnings of what looks to be this massive mural on one side of the hallway.
Ooh, all right.
And
Tattoo
it has
group.
Kamaris, Riker, and Eric on it. That'd be crazy.
As you guys keep going through this hallway,
Yeah, I'm just gonna say I'm gonna have Riker and throwing Eric like right next to Kamaris, like he's got his arms around them, like, all right, buds, we got tattoos together.
We're in a brotherhood now.
Usually, we proceed this with copious amounts of drink, fair amount of food, and maybe a little bit of fucking. But
I don't think that's
these
gonna
are
happen here.
unusual times, so we'll save that for later to commemorate this moment.
Were tattoos often in hell?
Oh hell
Like,
yeah!
is that a thing people do?
Oh yeah, yes.
I don't know much about that place, so.
Let me
My
tell you.
bad.
Let me tell you a bit about hell. It's hot. Certain bits are hot.
Really?
Certain bits are really cold.
Wow,
Some of it's just like acid. There's this one layer that's just mushrooms.
strange.
Yeah.
So, can I look at this
Yeah.
mural as they're descending
Yeah.
in
Okay.
rows?
As you get closer to the mural, more torches light up. It seems the torches are magical in nature and they seem to light with proximity. And this first section of the mural depicts a mountain on one side with a entrance with the same glyph. It seems you see an archway with the same glyph that you saw outside, which Bravin immediately points out is the glyph for blood, death, whatever it may be. And then on the right side, you see 3 dwarves, all with their back facing the mural, or facing the viewer. And on the back of the neck of each dwarf, you see the crescent, the sun, and the star.
Ooh.
So, yeah, maybe we should walk like they are in a line like that.
Yeah.
At least it's not.
So you guys are
oppressive,
not the
I
first to be
suppose.
cursed.
Exactly.
I mean, I don't really see this as a curse, more of a bonding opportunity.
Don't know that yet.
I mean, up
Either
until
way.
this point, I haven't really had a chance to have a good old chit chat, with Riker or Eric. Well, no, I did with a bit of an Eric, but I was punctuated by bird attack.
Literally.
So yeah, so this would be a nice opportunity. I mean, worst case scenario, we get our souls thrown to hell, in which case I'll introduce you to my mum. Don't worry about it.
Okay.
Somehow that makes
Okay.
me worry even more.
Okay.
Right then, you lot just keep an eye out for any traps or anything. I suppose. I mean, Davis, do you know? Is it trapped down here?
I've never known Monmohra to have traps in at least this main part of the city and most of the tunnels, but I've never been here, so I would keep an eye out.
All right then.
Yes, you do your bonding, whatever, but keep your eyes ahead.
Alright.
So who's keeping the eyes forward?
Everyone.
Navid, roll perception check for me. You haven't rolled one yet.
Oh fuck, why me?
Break the curse.
5.
How is this even
Oh, yeah.
possible?
We failed every single one. Like
You're all blind today.
Navid, you don't see any traps, mainly because you're very preoccupied with the murals on the wall. So, as you guys as you guys continue down this hallway, the second mural is illuminated. This time you see the 3 dwarves, this time facing the view of the mural, on a high balcony with in a very large, what looks to be a hall, higher than a mass of dwarves and what look to be gnomes together in a cavernous room. And the audience seems to be in celebration and jubilation as the 3 dwarfs on the balcony raise weapons and seem to be in
Oh, you're cutting out
triumph.
for me.
What was the last thing you heard me say?
Try.
I don't.
Yeah, they raise weapons in triumph on the balcony while the audience seems to be cheering. It is a static mural, but it does seem that whatever these 3 dwarves are, they seem to be presenting themselves in front of an audience.
Oh.
I'm gonna roll something for Davis really.
You guys
Nope,
have to do
that's a
that.
natural 1.
Should we? They have their weapons out, right?
They have their weapons up, but it's like raised, kind of like ha.
Well, to be fair, Kamaris had his sword out the entire time. He is not shielded yet, so his fucking Crimson Right's still active.
I guess I'll take my crossbow out.
Yeah,
I
and
don't-
I'll put my short sword out.
Okay.
Yeah, I have my
I
guess.
don't entirely know what this is supposed to mean for us.
Well, they look triumphant.
Yeah.
I don't know if we're entirely triumphant yet.
You know, you guys, you're very dour about this whole situation, you know? We're on an adventure, you know, stiff a lip. I mean, so what? We're in a creepy underground cavern with murals and blood doors. That's fucking awesome.
I quite enjoy
It
being
is
alive and would like to keep it that way.
I mean, well,
Same.
so do I, but, you gotta live life. Don't be scared of death.
Elrona, what were you saying? I couldn't hear you.
No, she was just agreeing with Riker.
Oh, sorry.
Well, if we ever find a crowd, I guess act triumphant, boys. But other than that, I'm not entirely sure what we should do.
Keep walking.
I don't believe the murals are demanding anything of us. We can continue forward.
It's the only thing I have to go off
You
of right
continue
now.
forward. The next mural is very similar to the first mural, except this time the three people seem to be moving away from the mountain, and it seems to be on the other side of the mountain. You see another one of those cube-like entrances, another glyph in the center of an archway. But this time Brevin looks at it and goes, "That's the symbol for life."
All right then.
Oh,
Positive.
See, you make it out. It's all good. It's great.
are they still in like the same line?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. It keeps moving forward. And then you see a slightly different mural this time. On the left-hand side, you see a large horned creature covered in what looks to be flesh, torn and ripped, chains. It seems to be carrying a large axe. You see the dwarf with the crescent at the forefront, while the dwarves with the sun and the star are standing back, arms folded. The dwarf with the crescent isn't alone, however. There seem to be companions, unnamed, faceless, that seem to be helping him in this pursuit. However, the two dwarves that have the sun and the star are standing back, holding their arms, looking on solemnly.
Alright, two things. First of all, do I know what that demon thing is, since I'm...
Make
at
a
neutral house
religion check with your charisma
religion.
modifier.
Oh, sweet.
Wait,
it's
the
natural 20.
one with the
You said natural 20?
Natural 20.
Damn.
Total of 24. No, 25.
Oh,
Okay.
that's Barry.
Move to whispers.
Oh,
oh
damn. Hello.
That is one of the knights of the seventh circle of hell. You can tell immediately by the chains on its body. The chains symbolize the fact that millennia ago, some of them defected from the fiends to Tharizdun of the Abyss, and they were then enslaved back under Asmodeus, and part of their penance was that they would forever wear these heavy chains that would wear them down into the service of Asmodeus. They are slaves to Asmodeus.
Uh-huh.
Did you get all that?
Right, so, Knights of Hell got a bit fucky, defected to the Abyss. Asmodeus was like, fuck no, get back here, and laid him on a shitload of chains as a punishment.
Yep, and the chains are symbolic of their betrayal because Tharizdun, Tharizdun, who they defected to, is also like one of his motifs is chains.
How do you spell Tharizdun?
Thariz.
Give me. Hold on. Let me get to my notes first. Right, go.
Thari.
Thari.
Zdun.
Zdun. Tharizdun.
Yep, they defected to Tharizdun of the Abyss, and after the defection, they were recovered when Tharizdun was sealed away in chains, and as part of their penance, they were forced to carry these chains for the rest of eternity.
So these are Hell, the guardians of
the 7 layers of hell.
Yep.
What's their actual title?
Hmm?
So this the Guardians of Hell, essentially.
No, they are the Knights of the Sixth Circle of Hell.
Knights
Of the Sixth
of
Circle.
the Sixth. What is the Sixth Circle again? Is that
You
this?
don't know what the Sixth Circle is, but you've heard of it.
Yeah. Knights of the Sixth Circle defected to Thrisden.
This isn't common knowledge, you just read it in one of Xenia's books a long time ago.
When he got banished in chains as how do you spell Asmodeus?
Asmodeus.
Asmodeus chained them
Mm-hmm.
as ish meant. And on assume from Nat 20, would I know that is like a big fuck off thing you don't fight?
Oh yeah, that's you're talking about one of the most powerful creatures in all of hell.
Ah, right.
Yeah. Like to put it in number perspective, you're talking a CR of like 16.
Oh, hot diggity damn. It's like a Baylor demon.
Mm-hmm. Alright, let's go back.
Okay. Right, okay.
Oh no.
Oh, there we go.
Oh no. Right, yeah. So, yeah, Kamaris looks at that, and you
It's
see
your
he's like,
grandma.
what? No. Fucking grandma. Granny? Say, what are you doing up there? No. Like you see, like Kamaris' like pretty jovial like exterior, like shatter, like a pin dropped. Like his face, like drops. His eyes like fucking dilate, and like a soft sweat begins to like bead off him. Hot fuck.
What is it?
What is it?
Oh, hot shit ass fuck. Oh no.
Shay will place an arm on his shoulder, like,
Oh,
what's
fucking
wrong?
duck. Right.
What is this?
Rona, I
quick-
think we need to calm emotions over here.
No, don't worry. All right. So this is interesting because this implies a couple things. One, you see that big bloke up in the chains wearing the horns and shit.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Right. That is one of the knights of the Sixth Circle
What does
of
that mean?
Hell.
What's that?
So, way back when, these fuckers defected to the Abyss under Thursden, which is like a Abyss
Thursden?
dude. Yeah,
Thursden?
Thursden. Yeah, that's the one. Yeah, and when he got all banished and such by big ol' Asmodeus, he took back these guys, these knights, and as a punishment for, defecting to the other side, he weighed them down with these fuck-off heavy chains as a burden and as to symbolize that they are now essentially slaves to Admosia. Yeah.
Slow down.
Uh-huh. Asmodeus, the Lord of Hell.
Asmodeus.
Yes.
Oh, there's a single lord of the whole thing.
Yes.
Oh,
And he's your uncle, isn't he?
No. We don't talk about Asmodeus. We
He's
don't
the
talk
weird
about
uncle.
No. He is like, oh god, like the owner of the military government. Like he's like the guy that runs everything if he wanted to, but he just doesn't fucking care. He's right. To put this in perspective, he enslaved these knights, and these things are stuff that could destroy the world if they wanted to. Or
Well,
at least fuck
to your
it up.
knowledge, are they still enslaved?
Oh no, they exist. They are on the 6th layer of hell.
okay,
Then
right.
that's alright for us.
Well, then
What
we
does
shouldn't
this
have to
mean
worry
for
about
us?
it.
That means that one of them was here, or the dwarves went down to the 6th layer of hell.
Oh
That's-
no.
That's bad.
Now that you mentioned
let's
that, go ahead and make a perception check.
Also, if we have to get into a fight fighting a demon, I don't think Eric or Riker can help in the fight.
Yeah.
But why?
Well, because you see, there's Crescent, that's me, and I'm fighting this guy with Facious companions, which is you lot, and then Sun
Right.
and Star over there are sitting back, cross-armed, watching this. So that's to me like we're supposed like from the fucking blood door, like they're not.
Well,
Yeah, we're told to stay true.
just calm down. We haven't encountered any cheery gnomes yet. I don't see any of this.
Well, I'm just saying, if we come
Sir.
across, if we have to fight something,
I
you know,
agree.
just maybe, you know, Riker and Eric don't do anything. Just, you know, sit back and cross their arms. And then we just... No
How
offense.
about our pet?
I'd say they're an extension of us. I don't
Yeah.
think we can use them.
Oh no, the two people with pets.
Damn, that took out 4. Rip.
You'll be fine.
Who was the perception check for?
Oh, for nothing.
For fucking Kimaris, yeah. You saying Navid fucked me up real bad.
Also, okay, please, one person.
Everybody is just Eric.
What?
It's just Eric 1 to Eric 7.
Oh yes.
And then Roomba 1, 2, and 3. Kimaris, what's your perception check?
Oh, right. I didn't realize I was rolling shit. Ugh. Oh, 18.
18.
That's not bad.
Now that you mentioned the sixth circle, if you look back at the mural, in the top right, where you normally expect it to be, you do see a mountain with an archway in the mountain, which seems to be the symbol of this place, whatever it might be. And then below that, you see 6 rings.
Right. So, this thing came up here to the material plane from the 6th hell.
No, it seems like the
Wow.
6 rings are leading out into this. So it seems like this entire mural is like in the 6th ring.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
I think Mars relaxes then. Oh, right. Never mind. The crazy fucking doors went into hell. Okay. Whew.
Oh.
Right. Oh, right. I thought like even a remnant of that thing would fucking burn all of us.
You'll
Woo.
be fine.
Right
Fine.
then, is it something we could prepare if Demon Knight Lord
I don't think we
appears?
can kill
I
that.
want to make this clear. Like fighting that would be like fighting your god's angel.
Right, but how do we prepare to not?
You run away.
Running is always a good option.
Run away or beg and beg for your very existence. They like making it's still a devil. It was like it was a demon for a while, but it's a devil. They like deals and making shit. So maybe offer your eternal soul. Maybe I'll do it.
Right, okay.
Or maybe offer someone else's.
Okay,
No.
A couple
great.
souls.
No.
Seems like
Maybe offer them like a town or something, and then you'll probably be okay.
That seems pretty fucked up.
It's devils.
Enough
What do you
about
expect?
offerings. Let's move on, shall we?
yes. This
Okay.
seems concerning but not helpful at all. We'll just continue as before.
Maybe
The
we deal
next
with it when
mural.
we get to it.
Oh fuck.
The next mural this time depicts the dwarf of the sun doing battle with companions, again the nameless faceless companions, doing battle with this massive creature made of rock and with eyes that in this mural you can tell have been specifically carved out to look like they are cracked and glowing in this face of rock. This massive grimace on its face, fists looking like they're made of entire boulders moving forward, and just based on the scale that the mural has been drawn, it seems to be several magnitudes taller than any of these dwarfs. Again, at this time, it is the crescent and the star that are standing back with their arms folded.
Oh boy.
What is the mural again? Sorry, you cut out there for me a little bit.
The mural,
Three things from Warcraft.
no, it's it looks like a large rock golem is what it looks like.
All right, so again, so Kamar's like got his book out. He's like,
But it's
"Alright."
on a massive scale.
Right, yeah. So I mean, like again, Kamar's taking his book out. Right, crescent.
Is there any
Yeah,
background
chain
stuff on
knight.
the
The background, it looks like
Star.
it's in the mountains.
shit?
In fact, I want you to make a perception check, Riker, since you asked that.
That's not how you spell that. 15.
15. Okay. You are very sure that the mountains depicted in this mural are not the Blue Spine Mountains.
Oh, okay.
You having lived here all your life, you know the layout of these mountains. You especially know to look out for Crowfawn Peak, which is a very obvious landmark. Whatever these mountains are depicting, you're not quite sure what they're depicting. It is not the Blue Spine Mountains.
Alright, I don't think this one is here either.
Do any of us from other areas recognize these mountains?
None of you do, no. None of you are from this area.
Well, that's the point. Like, Odessa's not from here, so she might know where it is.
Yeah, as in Odessa is not from this area either. Like the one that's depicted.
Oh, right.
Yeah. I'll let Odessa make a history check though, because Odessa is quite well read. Odessa, you can make a history check.
Riker is smart.
19? No, 18.
18? No, I didn't think that's enough for you to pinpoint the exact mountain range. Sorry, Odessa. Riker, what were you saying?
I was just saying Riker's a smart boy too.
That's fair, make a history check.
Less than what she got.
Nah, sorry.
Does it look like an earth elemental or like a golem?
You don't, as in, I use the word to describe what it looks like because all of you are gamers, but in character, you've never quite seen anything like this.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, it's made of rock. It's a creature made of rock, and the way the mural is painted, it depicts this creature to be about 20 times taller than the dwarves. So we're talking, yeah, we're talking like 100 foot high.
For now, we'll put elemental in placeholder.
Alright, let's go and see who, Eric's dwarf supposed to...
Okay, you guys move on to the next mural. In the bottom left, you guys again see the mountain with the archway that seems to depict where you guys currently are. And above that, you see 4 circles, and then the 4th circle seems to open out into the rest of the mural. And this time, you see the star and companions fighting. Obviously, the crescent and the sun are folded arms back, watching, and they seem to be fighting an angel that's on fire. Like literal fire.
Okay. At least it's not a tree.
There is a tree. I'm kidding. There isn't. Fuck, I should have changed it to a tree. Never mind.
Tree on fire. Oh God.
A tree on fire. No.
What's the background like?
Clouds.
Hmm.
You see floating rocks, floating platforms. I will say
Oh, I tell you.
Navid can make a religion check for this.
Oh, me. Hold on. Hold on. Let me see what's my religion. Okay. Never mind. That's a 4.
Nah. Odessa, you want to make a religion check? Only the two of you can really do it because you're both religious-ish. Ish.
Holy people. Oh. That's a 10.
That's a 10? No.
Yeah.
You guys moving on to the next mural?
Sorry, as a like demonic person, would I know anything about like angels or fallen angels, stuff like?
Roll a history check, but be a higher DC.
Higher DC. Would I use my bonus or just straight intelligence?
No, this would be straight intelligence.
Alright. 18.
18. Alright, yeah, sure, I'll give it to you. This is Venya.
Venya.
Huh.
Yeah, you're fairly sure. It's the fourth. I think it's the fourth. Might be the fifth. It's one of the layers of heaven, Elysium. This is Venya.
And the
These
flaming
dwarves got
angel.
around.
You don't know what the flaming angel is, though.
Alright.
You're not
Okay.
used to that. But you're pretty sure the floating islands, and you count the number of layers up from where the mountain is, and you're like, yeah, this is Venya.
Alright, so Kamara's like, God fucking shit, these dwarves went fucking everywhere.
Yeah, they got around.
That's heaven. That's literally the fourth layer of heaven.
Well,
Mighty.
shit.
Hmm? What are you saying?
Who?
I think someone tried to say something and then just.
Raiko is trying to say something, but I can't hear him.
I didn't say anything.
Oh, okay.
Someone tried to say something?
Are you guys moving on to the next mural?
Yeah.
I suppose, yeah.
Nothing else to do.
Okay.
It's just like
This next mural, which now you see is the final mural, because ahead you see the hallway comes to a end with a door in front of you. This final mural depicts the heroes returning to the mountain, and it's a two-parter, returning to the mountain and again standing in front of the three of them standing in the balcony in front of the entire crowd, again jubilant, but you see the beards are significantly longer. You see it seems like the mural has been specifically detailed to make it seem like these three dwarves have aged quite a bit over the process, and you see what seems to be these beams of radiance or light, as well as you could carve it into stone, right, over these three dwarves.
I don't like that.
Looks positive to me.
I mean, I prefer to, die young rather than get old. Shit, No, that's just me, though.
Dwarves live a lot longer than I will.
I don't know how long I'll live, if I'm honest. So,
Chimeras, you are the son of two immortals.
I know, but he doesn't know.
That's fair.
I am kind of confused at this. I'm very confused actually. I don't know. Is this just like a history lesson, or is this some actual prophecy shit?
Well, none of them are dwarves, so that's good.
So, are you guys gonna go through the door?
Yeah.
What door is this? What does it look like?
It's just a wooden door. Very simple wooden door.
Let's go through.
Amaris, I think you should enter first, and then
Yeah,
Yellow
I
and-
was the first to go, so yeah, I'll make my way in. My sword is still drawn. It's been drawn the entire time, and it's still crackling with lightning. So
Okay.
I'll still be like behind him.
Okay.
I assume Erica's behind me.
Okay. As you open the door, Kimaris, whatever light is in this hallway extends out just the first section of it. You see a small section of floor in front of you, and what looks to be, you can't really see, there's something right in front there. Looks to be like a table edge or something, you're not very sure. It's a bit dark in there.
right, well, anyone got like a light?
I'm gonna light my mace. Hold it forward.
It looks to be a railing.
Oh, is this the balcony?
Alright, boys.
Look
Hold
down.
up. We'll
Yeah,
copy
Kamara's going in
what-
front. Yeah.
yeah,
It's
we'll
it's
copy
pitch
what-
black beyond the railing. You can't see anything at this point.
Right. Well,
I'm gonna wait.
Wait, who is stepping onto the railing? Let me know.
Kibaris.
I think all three of us
Yeah.
are.
All three of you, and the rest of the
We'll
body.
try and copy just us three. Don't follow.
Wait, you need
Yeah.
to
So
go-
it goes moon, sun, then star.
All right. What was Odessa saying?
I want to take a crossbow bolt, light it like as a spell, and then drop it down to see what's in
Across the
How
railing.
far does it
Well, make a strength check to see if you
goes
can
down
throw
into
it.
darkness, right?
Well, no, make a strength check to see if you can throw it across the railing from where you are. Because from the doorway to the railing is about like 20 feet.
Oh, I mean, I'm gonna go closer then.
Oh, okay, so you're stepping out onto the railing.
Don't. I'll stop
You
you.
mean onto the balcony or on? I'm not on the railing.
No, no, on the balcony. Are you stepping out onto the balcony?
On second thought, maybe no.
No.
Okay. Fair enough. As the three of you step out of the balcony and the rest of you are in the hallway watching, suddenly you see these white lights begin illuminating the bottom. You hear voices, and you begin to see these spectral images all rallying, crying from the bottom. You see these ghost-like creatures, dwarvish, gnomish,
Jubilation.
as they begin, in jubilation, each one yelling out at you. All seems to be in dwarvish, and they seem to be waiting for something.
Yeah. I assume I'll start doing like what I saw in the picture.
Yeah, I'll begin replicating the picture, like holding my weapon and cheering as well.
As you do, the cheers get louder, and it seems that they are fairly happy with this show of, you're not sure what you'd call it, sportsmanship, but each of the specters below seems to be proclaiming something loudly in Dwarvish, and none of you understand for the moment. But eventually, it dies down as you see torches around this entire large chamber becoming lighted. You see a few entrances and exits. You see various states of disarray, and as each of the specters die down, and they disappear in a mist, a very soft, not very dense mist, is at the very bottom, but you can see the floor. And it's back to silence, and all three of you there holding aloft your weapons. I just slowly lower them, kind of confused. You turn, and Bravin's like, well, that was a lot.
Yeah.
Did
Did
you
you
catch what they were
understand?
saying? Did anyone fucking speak Dwarvish? Did we determine that or no?
Well, yeah, I do speak Dwarvish, and I did sort of catch what they were saying. Well,
And
well, just a few phrases that I. Do you want the good or the bad?
no, hit me with the bad first. Go on.
Well, the bad is there was a lot of cries, so I hope you don't die like the others.
All right.
Oh. Okay.
At least they're cheering for you. That's kind of a positive.
The good is they were definitely cheering for you, and they said they believe in you. There's a bit of a neutral in there as well. I'm not sure how you're going to take this, but I swear I heard at least a few of them shout that Monmohra has finally had new king candidates.
King candidates.
Oh,
Ooh.
I don't know if I'm gonna be a king,
I mean, being a king,
and we're not.
kind of nice actually. No.
Not my thing.
At this point, Davis kind of goes, a lot of things just made a lot of sense for me right now.
Really? Care to share that?
Well, legend has it Monmohra was ruled by 3 kings, one from each of the clans.
Oh no!
Fucking door.
Goddamn blood door.
Yeah, I guess this is the beginning of the trials to be king.
Oh, great.
On the
Fine.
bright side,
Well,
Don't
came here
spill
for-
your blood on weird places.
on the bright side, it said that whoever completed the trials to be king was bestowed great power. At least that's what it said in the legends.
Ooh, power. Yeah, let's do this.
Maybe we'll be kings.
Hey, worst case scenario, we die in glory. Or no, Mom. Oh fuck! If I die, Mom's gonna be pissed.
I prefer not to die. Ever?
I don't actually know what happens when I die. I know when other devils die and when they're not on the home plane, they get like bamfed back to hell. But I don't know with me.
I mean, like, your mom is Tiamat.
No.
No,
She's a
I
cameo.
wasn't sure. You say a lot of things, and I'm not sure.
No, Diana is like his fairy godmother.
She's like my godmother, I guess you could say.
But you have connections.
Yeah, you see, yeah, dad, weird stuff with Tiamat, got married to a devil, dragon arm, fucking kids, me.
I think you'll be fine.
Yeah, I'll be fine.
Saying
Hope so.
godmother is like kind of funny. I mean, she's literally a god, so.
No, it's not. No, Tiamat, my godmother, and then there's my mother, who's just an immortal devil, and she works at a bar. Well, she's a bodyguard who works at a bar. Well, I guess she's not a bodyguard anymore, she's like the head bodyguard of a chain. Alright, it's very complicated, we're not getting into this now. Alright, onward!
This is really not what we can do.
Yeah, no, it isn't. Let's go.
Well, I have some good news. Now I know where we are. I didn't recognize it in the mural, but this is the Grand Chamber. And the good news is I know how to get where we're going from here.
Cool.
Alright then.
And with that, we're going to take a short break.
Huh. Maybe smearing blood indiscriminately everywhere is not the best idea.
We're just standing around.
I will say that's not how I expected that to go.
We could have just.
I
to
said
find the
like
other
4
entrance.
times, do we have any other options? And nobody said anything.
I was thinking the whole time
We were
that
talking
everyone
about
was
finding
to
a
find another
entrance.
exit.
Camping outside.
We were discussing them, Jay. You just seemed so impatient.
Yeah.
I mean,
It's,
we were
it's
trying
like
to
this
discuss
thing
them.
again where everyone is just like YOLO and they do stupid shit.
I honestly, I was honestly expecting like the,
You're
like the
bored.
little. I thought like the prick of blood. I thought like it would just like smear on the wall and that's it. I thought that was completely inconsequential. Nothing would happen from that. So the moment that something actually happened, I was like, oh, now you've got me intrigued.
I mean, the guy who is guiding us said that there's another entrances, and if we just keep going, like.
No, he said there
more, we
is.
would find them.
No, okay, so Elrona, I noticed this earlier. You're confused. When I said you would come across a wall, it was a small sectional wall. But as you guys went around it, it is not like a large wall. It is like a square building. That's what it was. It's not like a wall that just keeps going.
Oh.
And so it's
The entrance to underground.
yeah, it's an entrance to an underground thing. So it's like 20 foot by 20 foot by 20 foot by 20 foot. So it's not like
I
it's
was
a
thinking
wall
it was
that
just
you
a
can.
wall too.
No, it's not a wall that you can get. So that's why he was saying like, can you find it in this fog?
Got you.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, if it was a wall, it would be easy. You could just follow the wall and find the
I'm
next door.
still thinking that we could have just gone off and.
We made our decision.
Yeah, I was going against going in there, but you guys can deal with it now.
Y'all literally did everything you're not supposed to do in a horror movie. So
Yeah, but again,
we didn't split
like,
up. That's
no, we didn't split up. That's good. Again, like the moment, like I'm a blood guy, so when my blood does stuff, you know I'm gonna go and do that.
Yeah, it made sense that you would do it, but the fact that it required 2 other people was like.
I was so ready.
What?
I was so ready just to like begin bleeding more on this wall. Just to
I was intrigued.
sanguinate all over this wall.
And
Yeah.
Eric, like this, like nature-focused guy, he's just like, yeah, I'll spill my blood on this wall.
I was actually what I planned to do before. I actually planned for Dessa to do it because from my mindset, I thought, oh, 3 of us are gonna have to do stuff. It'll be good to have a healer. But then I was like, oh, that's
Odessa's
metagaming.
not gonna give her blood. Her body's
know.
dedicated to run, so not
Yeah,
her
and
sick
plus,
kid.
yeah, how would you feel about a tattoo?
I don't think it's a religious thing.
Well, like I know in
Ambition.
in actual churches, like they don't like people getting tattoos because it's
I know.
desecrating a bloody body or whatever. But yeah,
Depends on where you go.
yeah,
We'll be fine.
we'll be fine. All we gotta do now is possibly fight one of the most powerful beings in hell.
Probably 3 of the most powerful beings, like, ever.
Yeah.
But you guys YOLO'd into this, you guys can deal with it.
It's
No,
just
we
like
can.
when you go on a quest and then you get sidetracked by a side quest that's like way higher level than you are.
Hey.
When
But from that logic, if we beat it, some sick loot.
It's when you're low level trying to find your way and you accidentally just get one shot.
You guys are level 3. Just want to put that out there.
Yeah, we're gonna accidentally get one shot.
Accidentally? What do you mean
I know
accidentally?
Tavares just wants the skin thing.
I think at this point,
If something goes wrong, Aurora is fucking running.
again, Kamaris is like the most like
Yeah, but he's
naive
running as
fucking
well.
tourist. He is a tourist in the material plane. He wants to see all the shit, do all the shit.
I just
God
imagine
damn
like
it.
some weird
Yeah.
fucking noise and Aurora and Navi just both bolted out of there.
Just noping out of it.
I
I
did
love
say
to
we
just
should have.
run.
I
Yeah,
did
you
say we
did.
should have gone around the rock thing.
But then you blended
Nobody listened.
it. Yeah.
Well, no, the
Wait,
rock.
the rock thing? What?
Like before we decided to go down this path, when we had like the option to go like the longer way, I did say we should have gone that way.
We did.
wait,
We are
this
going.
is the
Wait, what?
longest way.
This is the
Wait.
longer way.
The
No,
shorter
no.
way was the one with the boulders.
No.
Oh.
What he means is there were two longer ways. There was the longer way through Monmohra, and there was the longer way where you end up traveling through the valley longer and end up at the same resting
Oh.
point that you were supposed to go to before.
Oh.
Oh.
So we would have even dealt with this if we followed my plan.
Yeah. But then the other route, which is you go through the valley for longer and go to the same resting point, would have meant that you guys would have been in that fog for much longer. And then who knows what would happen in there.
Knowing Benny,
We were probably
missed
screwed
monsters.
either way.
Yeah. And now with this, we get to relive history. And isn't that the real, victory here?
No,
No.
not at all.
We might not even have to actually fight them
You
if
might
we
not
don't
have to
choose to.
live history.
Yeah.
You just die history.
Hey, if we die history, then we die, experiencing important moment in history.
Well, this is going to be something that I'm already calling. We're going to forget about for like 100 sessions, and then one day it's just going to come up.
Thank goodness.
Oh God, no! That's the worst
Oh, so-
kind of
No,
thing.
but we have the chance to become kings now.
Yeah, awesome. I'm gonna flaunt that about, saying, "Hey, fuck you guys! I beat the King's challenge. Where's my kingdom?
Kings of
Where's my gold?"
Okay, lads. Don't forget what Raike said. Keep to the plan. At all
What's the
costs.
plan?
Well, don't engage when you shouldn't. And
I don't think we're gonna have to fight it.
Yeah.
I think we'll have to go and find them to fight it if we want to become kings. I
Uh-huh.
don't
Yeah.
know if I want to.
I don't. I mean,
Just stay true to.
I
well,
mean,
the-
if we do fight him, then I'm really hyped
other.
for campaign 3.
yeah.
Or maybe we'll just gonna get like you don't meet the level requirements for this quest.
Or you saw,
Please,
you saw the
return later.
dwarves. You saw the dwarves. They were much, much older than when they began. I assume we've
Yeah.
got quite a bit of time.
Yeah. And to put things into
Seriously.
perspective,
Fuck.
at the very least,
we-
like from a slightly metagamey perspective, the first creature, which is I told Kamaris this just to
Yeah.
put things in perspective, right? The first creature is a CR 16, 1/6.
Nope. Mm-mm.
Ow.
Nope.
Yeah.
nope,
So we're
nope,
talking
nope.
something very far away.
Yeah. This will
Like,
be at the top of
2
my
years.
notes, though.
We're all hard
Yeah, it's in my
COVID.
notes as well.
countered.
I feel like from a metagaming perspective, this is like a situation where we got into like a special area for high level quest and we're just trying to find a way out.
Pretty much.
Like, abandoned quest! Just go.
And it's too late.
No,
Hey,
abandon
in for a
quest,
penny, in for a
and you
pound.
abandon the quest, but then it fast travels you to the nearest town, which the nearest town is like all the way in Sleepywood.
Yeah, but then you find out that the nearest town is getting attacked by cataclysmical forces that you released with taking this quest.
Or the nearest town is inside an endgame PvP area.
Oh no.
That's the worst. We're gonna start in a bit. Let me just stuff my face with more food. I'm hungry.
That's a good strategy.
You hungies. God, we're all so fucked.
Honestly, that's not how I expected that entire thing to go down.
How did you expect to go down?
What did you?
No, I didn't expect you guys to actually put 3 people's blood on it, for one.
Did you think it's
Yeah.
You throw that out.
Put it
But
in
you
front of
baited
me.
it, Benny!
Have
You
you
baited it!
DM'd our first campaign?
You put it in front of me
You
and I wanted
baited
to
it,
play with
Benny!
it.
Exactly.
That's fair.
Benny, you played with all of us. How did you not know that we would not smear all of our blood on that?
There's literally a guy who's obsessed with blood magic. Come
I'm
on.
literally a blood mage.
This is fair. This is on me.
Yeah, Betty.
Blood is
KFC
literally
clouded
my
your judgment.
it's my whole shtick.
Yeah.
It's blood.
That's why it made sense to me that Kamars would do it, but then when it didn't work initially, that's why I proposed like, so we continue on then? But no.
And everyone was like,
Hey,
ah,
don't
more
worry.
blood?
Like 2 years from now, when we eventually get to the fourth level, the fourth layer of heaven, and we beat up an angel, and we all become kings, no, we'll look back on this fondly.
But to be fair, this might pay off in the future.
Hopefully,
Maybe.
Or it might
we'll
bite you.
die.
If we live to see the future.
Yeah, but could we even be kings of dwarves? Like, would they accept that?
There's no one else in the city anymore. It's
I don't know,
abandoned.
it
Yeah.
seems like you just cut off your legs or something.
It seemed like the specters just seemed. Seems like the specters seemed very joyous just to have candidates in the first place.
I mean, worst case scenario, we find a druid, we keep killing ourselves until we come back as dwarves.
Oh my
So,
god.
you know.
You can
A lot.
ask your dad to do it. He can.
I mean, yeah, he could.
He's done it before.
He's done it before.
Daddy, can I be a dwarf, please?
Alright, die, bitch.
I don't like body game.
I really
Hey.
wanna.
Hey, Pappy, I want to be a dwarf so I can inherit a kingdom. Come on, give it to me.
Gilmer would kill you. Like, he actually would.
Oh no.
I'm sure the guy knows that.
I feel like if Gilmer was like one of his kids was, I want to be a dwarf. I'm like, what the fuck's wrong with you? You're a badass dragon devil thing. I want to be a shitty dwarf. You're small, alcoholics. Or wait, we're in hell and we literally own a brewing district, but you get the point. Shitty. Not that shitty. Kind of shitty.
We're gonna continue in about 5
I
minutes.
knew an okay dwarf,
Okay.
but he was kind of racist. Had a thing for drow.
Oh boy. I'll be right back.
Yeah.
You knew a better draw.
Who?
Oh, right.
The non-racist.
I mean, probably Kamar. I think Gilmer probably would get along with drow. Just normal drow.
There was a dwarf who was racist against drow and showed it against someone who was a drow but not really a drow.
Yeah. It was a real weird situation. We fought like an astral dreadnought, and they got killed by a box of all things. Fucking box. That's funny.
This whole campaign was weird.
Yeah, it was a weird time.
Extra
I
is
missed
listening in the
context.
chat and he's probably like really confused. Like, wait, somebody got killed by a box?
Yeah.
We do not speak of the box.
No,
Oh,
two
God, I miss
people.
those times.
Two people almost. Well, one person did get killed by a box. Almost
Yeah.
two people. Almost two people got killed by boxes from the astral dreadnought. I just really want to put that out there. One of whom almost killed everyone in a mile vicinity with that box. Hobo.
Oh yeah.
Sorry.
I was once in a game that's where one almost got killed by, I think it was a table. So
Oh,
How did happen?
mimics.
Uh,
Mimics.
or
mimics. Mimics are great.
Oh, this reminds me of the mimic ship.
the ship mimic.
ship
Haven't
mimic.
seen that yet.
I've.
Time for mimic
Oh wait,
ship
no, I
soon.
can't say what I was gonna say because Extra's in the chat and he's in the campaign with you. Never mind.
Oh. Talking about which, Extra, you say Benny is trying to start a fight with Guy. When did you say that and in what context?
I don't want to fight Benny. Wait, do I want to fight Benny? No,
No.
I don't want to fight Benny.
You want to fight Benny?
Maybe that's the challenge to become the king.
Like me as a person, I would get decked. I could not fight Benny. Never. Me as an internet person, still no. I respect Benny too much to fight him at all.
Aw.
I think Benny could fight us 1v5 in real life.
Oh, without question.
You realize there's
Kick
7
all
of
our
you.
asses. Yeah, but kick our asses.
Ah, shit. 1v.
I was like, who are you not
Shut up.
counting?
I haven't been in school in 3 weeks, okay? Please.
I had to count.
Oh goodness.
Think that Benny could beat all of us up if we tried to team on him?
That's a
I
bit.
think Maya's pretty strong in real life.
I mean, in this
I don't
situation,
know
I'm
about
imagining
that.
all of us unarmed, but no, I'd probably bring my skin too. Yeah. If I genuinely wanted to cause someone harm, I wouldn't go down like bare-fisted. Bring a bat or something.
I'm
I'm
sorry.
glad you thought about it.
I pictured you throwing an animal bat for some reason.
Wait. Take my coronavirus.
Give him COVID.
Oh god, I know what I would do as well. I'd get a brick, tie this like broken bat's corpse to it with like string, and just chuck it through your window.
I just imagine a guy like hunched over, like those creepers in those old cartoons, like.
Now you're a bat in your house.
You know that he lives on the 7th floor, right?
Yeet.
Okay, in that case, I'll have to get myself like a pressed air cannon and shove a bat in it. I'll be
That's why you
messy.
put a bat on it so you can fly up.
But you can't control the bat.
Also, I don't think a bat can lift a brick.
No, I chuck. Well,
No, the point is
I mean,
the
I
bat.
get a miniature trebuchet, but that'd be difficult to like wheel out.
This is turning more and more into Tom and Jerry.
The Singaporean government would definitely shut that shit down.
It would. Oh god. Have I ever told the bat and the rabbit story?
No.
Have I said that?
Tell it to us before we start the game. Come on.
Nope.
Yeah.
Tell it to us before we start the game. Come on. Hurry.
Oh yeah. Like when I was 4 years old, my dad came back with this like brutalized rabbit corpse.
Ooh.
He had crushed with a stone because he met it like he saw it when he was going out for a walk, and then made rabbit stew. Like the side story to this trick. That's also how I learned to skin and dissect a rabbit.
Why does that sound like
Still know how
Gilmer?
to do that. My dad wasn't an interesting guy. Yeah, so, but he told me that if I ever see an animal in distress, it's always good to put it out of its misery. So, like, a couple weeks after this, I'm playing outside in the garden, like, with a foam bat and ball, and I hear this horrid screech. Ever heard, like, a rabbit screech before?
Yeah, I have.
Yeah.
It's awful. It's high-pitched and
Yeah.
nasty. So I'm a 4-year-old kid. I'm scared, but I go over and look at it because I'm curious. And this rabbit had like tore its entire leg open, like across like a piece of barbed wire. Just gone. So, 1 minute. I don't know.
Are you
Sorry.
fucking kidding me? My headphones are dying.
No.
Fuck. I mean, it.
CPR.
Oh, fuck.
CPR.
Like the bat.
F in the chat.
Yeah, battery is dying.
1, 2, 3, 4. Come on, CPR that shit.
Oh, the fuck. It means like I'm going to ask my dad to if he can be for me.
Might be for the best, for not for her to hear the story. Anyhow.
Hi. Also, I think we lost Luke.
He said he
I'm here, sorry.
didn't.
Yeah. Sorry, I was speaking to someone. They were outside my door making their bed.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, I'm just standing there, like with a softball bat, like, and that one thing my dad said, put an animal out of his misery if you see it, and like this rabbit, like torn open, screeching, and is like kind of crawling away. So I raised this kid-sized softball bat, and I try and hit the rabbit in the head. But I'm a 4-year-old kid, and this is a rabbit skull, so it takes a couple of swings. So eventually, I just stopped using like the foam side and start using like the hard plastic top, just try and crush its head in.
Yeah.
So this takes like 10 minutes, maybe not 10 minutes, but like a long while. And by the time I'm done, that bat is stained, and this rabbit's just gone. So I just kind of flick it off into the bushes, and then I remember hearing my mom like call me in for something, so I just ran inside, like put the bat down.
With a bloody bat.
Yeah, I still have that bat. It's often like my old country house, where my dad is, but he's selling it, so I probably won't ever see it again. But it's still stained to this day.
Interesting. I have a very interesting. We're gonna get to the game really quick. It's a very short story.
We're waiting for Agatha anyway.
Yeah, we gotta wait for Agatha anyway. I was hunting a wild boar once. This was in the southern jungles of Malaysia. Crouch down. Go on. Okay. Hello? Say something again.
Oh no.
That's really bad.
Agatha.
It's all like broken up.
Hey.
Hello.
Yeah, we can hear you now.
Oh, that's better.
Yeah, I'm
What's up,
using my
amigo?
dad's headphones.
Cool, cool.
Okay, cool. Awesome. What was I saying? Right, hunting a wild boar. And crouch down in a little, like, do you guys know what a hunting trench is? It's like this small area where you have the ability to be just underneath the ground level. Got my sights on this one specific boar that we're supposed to hunt because it's been ravaging the territory of another herd. And just as I loose my arrow, a rabbit just gets spooked by the sound of me releasing, jumps in the path, literally perfect, jumps in, gets hit by my arrow, which the arrow goes clean through the rabbit, still hits the wild boar, but no longer has the velocity to pierce its hide. So it's just like a really bad bruise on the boar. Boar takes off running, and then I hear this really loud screaming, and I'm like, is that the boar? Like, it didn't pierce its skin, it shouldn't be in that much pain. And then I realized, no, the screaming is coming from the fucking rabbit. We had to put it out of its misery.
It's just like, get down, Mr.
It's like, get down, Mr. President! But yeah, that is the...
Wait, so the rabbit basically suicided?
Yeah, the rabbit... So the thing is that he got spooked from the sound of my bow releasing, and he jumped, right, as rabbits do. Only thing is, this idiot jumped into the path of the arrow.
That sounds cruel, fate.
Rabbit screech is the worst thing. So high-pitched. I will like. It was so many years ago, but I can still remember so clearly.
It didn't last for very long, because like it's like immediate knife sink into back of the skull, but it was still like haunting. Anyway, we're gonna move on.
Yeah, moving along from brutalizing rabbits.
So, as you guys come down the stairways on both sides of this balcony into this large grand chamber, David Spencer says, we've been walking for a while and it should be fairly dark outside. This would be a good place to make camp if you wish. This chamber seems easy to keep eyes on, and there are torches that we could light. What do you think?
That sounds fine to me.
Is it late enough that we should be making camp already?
By my internal clock, I would say it is dark outside. It would be sunset at this time. It's not late enough for us to go to sleep, but start to make camp, probably.
Alright then, if that's what we need to do.
Very well, we'll get started. And he begins to set up a bonfire. He lights the torches on the external areas of this little hall. Would you guys like to do anything before you head to your long rest?
Just kind of want to look around the place.
Okay. What are you supposed to be looking for, or just looking around?
Just look.
Make a perception check.
I have a few questions after she finishes.
Sure.
18.
18.
Can I guidance myself, by the way?
You can guidance yourself, yeah.
Oh, then I'll just guidance myself every time.
But
That's
remember,
19.
guidance is concentration, and it is an action spell, so you can only do it out of combat.
Yeah.
And also, you can't guidance like in front of some people because like you're literally like casting it like hum num 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 on yourself. So it's like you gotta be careful about where you use guidance. But in this situation, it's fine. You said what's the total?
19.
19. Got it. You look around. Don't see anything of note. There seems to be some debris on the ground, but cracked glass. You look up and there's a chandelier that seems to be in a disrepair. It's probably from that. You look on the walls, you see paintings in various states of disarray. Some of them too decayed to tell. This place has been around for a long time. When you see under the balcony, you see something that does catch your eye. You see a large tablet about 10 foot high with inscribings down almost to the bottom. It's about 3/4 of the way down. You see two columns, one on the left, one on the right, and seems fairly interesting. The column on the left seems to be wider than the column on the right, but you don't read it because it's in Dwarvish.
I'm gonna call Robin's attention to it.
Robin, where is it? Yeah, how can I? Okay. Huh. It's a record of all those who went on the trial, at least dating back to the very first. Seems to be the Monmohra brothers. So it looks like this place was named after someone. And then he points at the very top line and he goes, "This lists the Monmohra brothers. I don't recognize this dating format. It's not a dating format I'm familiar with, but it says on the right hand side that they returned after 22 cycles, which dwarf cycles are typically half a year, so that'll be 11 years. So the Monmohra brothers took 11 years, and the next 10 years, the next died, the next died, the next, and then it goes down. About half of all those who set out die, and of the rest of them, early on, the earliest sets of kings took about, on average, 10 years to complete their journeys. But as it got closer to present day, right, the more recent ones, some of them finished it in 2 years, some of them 3 years. So it seems like they started getting more efficient at it. But it is indeed a list. Curiously, there is one last entry that doesn't have a ending. Bravin doesn't recognize the date system, so he can't tell you when they went past, but he can tell you the names. Duruk, Man, and Felar left and have yet to return or yet to be pronounced dead at the time of last scribing.
Do we have to put our names on there?
I don't know. Even if you succeeded, what if these ones who set out also? Yeah.
Is this a competition now?
Not sure if it's one you particularly want to win.
I mean, being a king would be cool.
King of an empty city?
Still a king.
It's more land than I own right now.
Yeah.
What about you, Eric? How do you feel about being a king?
Eric?
I don't know if Eric's here.
Dennis?
Eric, you're very soft.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, better.
No. Intriguing. At least. I don't really know.
This fits in really well to one of my flaws.
I'm gonna marry a Raven Queen.
You and your birds.
Yay.
Okay. Arona, you wanted to do something?
Yeah, so the guy who's translating the Dwarvish for us, he said he's not very good at it, right?
Yeah, Bravin. He knows Dwarvish, but he's not like an expert. But he can read and write. He can speak it.
Okay, and is there like a lot of texts like all over this place that we were walking through?
In the hallway that you were with the murals, no, not a lot. Now that you've exited out into this large grand chamber, there is some text. This tablet is definitely one of the prominent structures. There are a few other tablets around, smaller ones, And next to some of the paintings on the walls, there is some text as well.
All right.
Those paintings? What do the paintings show?
The paintings, most of them are decayed. You can't really make out any of them. Bravin does go around looking at them, and it seems like each one seems to be depicting a different set of three kings. There is one particularly large painting that seems to be depicting the brothers of Monmohra, but you really can't make it out. It's very brown. It's like the parchment has eroded into a point where it's hard to make anything out.
I'm gonna ask Brevin. So this whole three king thing.
Yes.
When was the last time it was actually, important?
Probably
when was
the
the last-
last time Monmohra was a city, which Hey, Davis, what? When was the last time Monmohra was a actual city, you think? Whoa. I actually don't know. Probably. This might sound crazy, but probably before the cleaving, before deicide. Huh. Well, you heard him. By the way,
And to go care.
everybody knows what that is except Kimaris. Kimaris has no idea what that is.
The hell's the cleaving?
You don't know what the cleaving is.
Again, like, how many times do I have to say, I'm not from around here?
Yeah, but that was kind of a big deal. Like, and I don't know if I picked this up correctly, but you talk about your dad a lot. Is your dad Gilmer the corpse?
Yeah.
You should know about the cleaving.
Oh, fuck. He doesn't tell us shit about history. He just kind of goes on about his stories and shit.
Okay. Well, to put it simply, many years ago, how many years ago is it now? It's about 1,400 years ago now, I think. Yeah, around there. Torm was on the prime material plane. He was killed.
Oh yeah,
and-
baby god. Yeah.
Yeah, well, before baby god. Torm was killed when he was an adult god before he was a baby god. It's weird. He was killed, and the energy surge split the entire continent in two, and that's why we have the eastern and the western Cloven lands. We are currently in the western Cloven lands, and the eastern Cloven lands is where most of the elves live. And the island in the center is called Deicide, because, well, that's where God was killed. That's the Cliff Notes version of it.
Right, yeah, and then I know the sequel afterwards where
Something.
baby god, Lolth, and shit like that. Yeah,
Oh,
got it.
he really didn't tell you anything, did he?
No, he did. In a shitload of detail about his story, and his mates and shit. But other than that, not really that much.
Huh.
Again, he didn't really fucking think so, because he planned for us to either stay in hell or figure it out for our own.
Mm-hmm. Alright. Elrona, you had more questions besides that?
No.
Okay. Odessa?
Do you know why Monmohra was there?
I don't think we do. I think that's one of the questions that was just never answered. I mean, it's such a long time ago. We're talking millennia. Right? At this point, Davis chimes up. He's right about everything, but he's wrong about one thing. Deicide wasn't thousands of years ago, it was a few hundred. Some confusion about that recently, I just want to point that out.
Cool.
Well, I should be getting to rest. So anybody want to do anything else before you guys take a long rest?
I'd like to take up my notebook with my sketches and start kind of figuring out how to make a pistol, since I wasn't able to last time.
Sure. Make a technology check. I still need to set that up. Shit. So for you, that would be the same as an Arcana.
Okay. I'll just roll in. 13.
Okay. You had the inklings before of how to contain an explosion. Now you are fairly sure that with a strong, rigid, cylindrical metal body, you could contain an explosion in a specific direction. You're not quite sure about the other parts of it, but you have the barrel in your mind.
Alright.
Okay.
I think Kamaris is just going to be kind of jotting down all the shit that's happened since the last time we stopped taking notes.
Mm-hmm.
And then going about each of the murals that we saw, so the sun, the moon, the star, and just like getting them down in like into little sketches as much detail as you possibly can.
Sure. You can certainly do that. Alright. If there's nothing else before the long rest.
I just want to point out that Rona only rests for 4 hours, and this time it's important because she's gonna do something very early in the morning.
Okay, that's fair. I think there's a couple of people that only rest for 4 hours, so that's fine. Alright, so who is taking first watch?
Odessa will volunteer. He doesn't want to go to sleep.
Odessa and Raika. Odessa and Navid, is that correct?
Yeah.
Okay, Odessa and Navid. Both of you make separate perception checks as everybody goes to sleep.
Right.
Oh no.
Oh no.
She wants to go to sleep by Odessa.
Oh. 14.
14. Okay.
Oh no.
1. Navid, you don't see anything. You're just looking around. You're like, what the hell just happened today? Odessa, you're fairly sure that you don't see any movement at all. The torches illuminate a fairly good area around you. Make a wisdom saving throw. And Shay, while you're sleeping, make a wisdom saving throw as well.
Oh no. I have advantage. It's not gonna bode well anyway. Okay. Okay. Plus 17 total.
23.
Okay. Odessa?
23.
Yeah. At the end of this shift, you feel very tired. Who's taking the next shift?
I will, I guess.
Okay. Raika?
Offer.
Okay, Raika and Kamaris. Raika and Kamaris roll me perception checks. Odessa and Navid, are you going to sleep?
Oh shit, my dice. No, get back here, you bitch.
Odessa and Navid, are you going to
Escape
sleep?
from me.
Yeah, I'll go to sleep beside.
Before we
Oh, not my favorite dice. No.
before we go to sleep, I wanted to do my alarm quickly.
Oh yeah, I'm assuming you always got that up.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, got it. All right.
Besides, you have Rimmels, which effectively makes alarm kind of useless.
It's just another layer of protection.
Fair enough.
Oh, what is that?
It's 15 for Kamaris.
15?
15 for Riker too.
Both of you don't really notice anything out of the ordinary. Shay, you do not dream. There is a point where you find yourself awakening within your lucid bastion, your lucid home, this serenity of solace. That's not words that should be linked together. This serene sanctuary of solace, that's what I meant to say. Too many S's confuse me. But the moment that you open your eyes in this dreamlike fugue state within your own mind, immediately close them and you fall back into a dreamless slumber. However, you do remember this experience when you wake up. Odessa, you do not dream this night. Alright. 15, you guys don't see anything. At the end of your shift, Elrona and whoever else, I think Eric, Elrona and Eric, both of you awake. It's the second half of the night, and both of you automatically wake up.
I mean,
How many
they're
hours?
meditating, right?
So
They're not sleeping.
Rana switched. She switched Dissonant Whispers for Comprehend Languages. So now she wants to ritual cast Comprehend Languages and just start translating anything she can see. Just to be sure
Okay.
they have all the info.
Okay. You don't gain anything more than what Bravin saw, at least in this chamber, because like in this chamber he was fairly fine at translating everything. One thing, on the tablet with the dates, right? You do translate the dates into common, or you at least comprehend them, but they still make no sense when translated. It is a dating system itself that is entirely alien to the system you use. It's nothing that you recognize.
Alright.
Yeah.
And after that, I want to also ritual cast Detect Magic and just walk around for a while to make sure there's no magical sources.
You sense some conjuration in the air, but it's very faint. Besides that, you
Okay,
see
faint
nothing.
conjuration.
Yeah. Besides that, you see nothing from the rest of your, except from the rest of your allies. You see nothing else.
Also, I'm sorry, Elrona would probably know, but conjuration, that's like summoning stuff, or?
Summoning, yes, but also earlier on you saw the creatures. You saw the dwarf and the gnome spirits, and that's also part of like conjuration.
Ah, I see.
Interesting to note, there is no necromancy.
I see.
Yep.
Okay, noting all of that.
Okay, Eric.
That's all Elrona wants to do.
Okay, Eric, make a perception check.
Yep.
14. Elrona, what's a perception check?
Give me a second. Nine.
9. Okay. Elrona, you are a bit preoccupied with the things that you are doing. Eric, with your 14, towards the end of the long rest, maybe half an hour before it ends, you hear in the distance a very faint That's it.
Yeah, I'm not gonna get the rope this time. I'm gonna mention it to Elrona, and then Eric and Aiden is going to try to scout it out.
Okay. You heard it echoing through the halls, but you're not sure of the direction. With your 14, you're not sure of the direction. You heard it, but you don't know where it came from.
Okay.
There are multiple entrances into this hallway, and it could have come from any one of the tunnels. And because of the nature of the tunnels, the echoes, you really couldn't say for sure where it's coming from.
Is Ramos able to see or hear which direction it came from?
Ramos is unresponsive at this time.
Right.
If I took the metal piece of the climbing gear and just lightly picked it on the ground, so it would make a clanking sounds, would I be able to hear which one of the corridors had least amount of echo in them?
Huh.
Trying to use echolocation.
Should I use soda like a bat?
Make 2 checks. Make a performance check and then a perception check.
The performance is 11, and then perception is 22.
The performance check, it's a bit sloppy, but it is a functional. And then with the perception check, you hear equal and identical echoes from all 4 entrances.
Even above?
Above you? I mean, it's a solid dome, so you hear one echo from the room that you are in first, and then you hear equal echoes from the 4 chambers. Sorry, from the 4 tunnels, not chambers.
That's creepy. I mentioned what I heard and what I tried to do to Elrona, and then I said it might be coming from underground. What do you think?
Sorry, what was that? You're very soft.
Oh. The sound we had. I can't seem to locate it in the needed direction. It might become from underground. What's your take?
Maybe we should not worry about it now. Just, tell the others when they wake up.
Okay. call.
There's a lot of weird sounds at night.
True. I'll get the rope. Okay, so I guess we'll sit tight.
Okay, what are you using the rope for?
No, that's just a callback from session 0.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
When you literally let the one person you're supposed to protect walk out into the middle of a blizzard. I don't know if we told you all that story, but yeah, that happened.
Yeah.
But yeah. So, as you guys arise, Shay, Odessa, both of you feel however you feel about your lack of dreams, I guess, of both of you. And the rest of you arise to a seemingly unchanged surrounding because you can't see night or day from here. And it's kind of disorienting. But Davis assures you that it is daytime, that the sun has not yet risen but will shortly. And looks around and is like, how was the watches at night?
Sounds at the parts of night.
Eric, you're cutting in and out. Can you repeat what you said?
He's basically telling the rest of the party what he said to Alrona.
Okay.
That's disturbing.
Nothing happened on our watch, so.
Navit, I have no idea what you just said. It sounded like mumble, 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 mumble.
Nothing happened on this watch.
Sorry.
Oh, nothing happened on your watch. Okay, got it.
Shay, how did you?
I think Shay just like kind of tried to cuddle up with Odessa, and she wakes up and is like, oh, rolls away.
No,
Sleep was very peaceful.
still no dream.
There is some conjuration magic in the air.
What does that mean?
Just a kind of like a faint. I cast it spell to feel magic, and I felt like a faint, little bit of conjuration, which can be used to like summon stuff, but even some other things. So I'm not sure. I just
It
wanted
might
to let you know.
It might be something to do with the ghost dwarves we saw earlier. In that
Oh yeah,
chamber.
that might be that as well. Yeah.
Well, they seem pretty alright. Are we ready to continue out of here? Or do you have more
Yeah.
business here?
As always, I guess move on with caution.
Yeah.
Not smeared blood on anything else today.
Hopefully, we won't have to.
Well, I don't know about you, but I literally have to smear blood and everything to do with all my magic and shit, so
That's
no
more of a
promises.
you thing.
Yeah. I mean, as long as you don't smear any blood, we should be fine.
Hopefully.
Probably.
I think we're good to leave then.
Right.
Yep.
Oh, I guess DM, since we had some downtime. With the saber-toothed tiger fangs that I have,
Mhm.
I don't have proper equipment to like turn them into anything yet, right? I'd have to go to somewhere else or get like some of the chemicals or whatever.
No, you actually do because you do have the herbalist kit, don't you?
Yes. Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
The herbalist kit will allow you to make extract. However, it requires a roll, and depending on how well you do in the roll, you extract more or less or none.
Dang. I'm not gonna risk all of them. I mean, I guess would doing it one at a time make sense, or should it be like a?
You can do it one at a time, yeah.
Okay.
Are you telling the others because we could buff you a little for the rolls?
Yeah. I guess Shay will just say, well, I have gotten this thanks to Kamara, since she holds up one of the fangs. It could be quite potentially healing. I'm not quite experienced with how to do it yet, but I would like to try.
My notebook is not. Do you remember how much the saber-tooth extract heals?
I do not.
It's 2d8.
I think it's extra 2d8 over short rest, right? Like if you take a short rest, it gives you an extra 2d8 on top of what you're already healing.
Yeah.
Is that-
That's right?
Or is the saber-tooth extract a small potion? I don't remember. You had two items.
It was the red ginger. It's 2d10 over the short rest.
Oh yeah, okay, that's the red ginger. Yeah, saber-tooth extract
Okay.
is just 2d8 straight
Over a
healing.
long rest.
Yeah. No, ginger extract is over a short rest, not a long rest. So like if you take a short rest and you're rolling
Yeah,
a
so I
hit
just-
die. Yep.
Yeah,
I'm
I'm
saying
gonna
for the
guide it
saber-tooth
too.
extract. Okay.
Sorry,
The saber-tooth, I have it written as it's over a long rest, and you can potentially make it into a potion of healing.
right. Yep, there we go. Yeah,
I'm
that's
gonna
a
give
small
you bardic
potion.
inspiration.
Okay. Yep, it is over
Oh,
a
wow.
long rest. Yeah, okay, I remember now, sorry. I've got too many fucking things in my head. Alright, so saber-tooth extract is, yes, each lone saber-tooth fang can be turned into one potion of healing. Depending on how well you do, the quality of the potion of healing is higher.
Okay.
So, the roll for this is a medicine check.
Okay.
Okay, and you can roll it. So you have bardic inspiration,
And
And
guidance,
guidance.
I think.
and guidance. You may indeed roll your medicine check.
Oh boy. Okay, what is the... Oh, wow. Okay.
Do you have proficiency in medicine?
I do not.
Okay, well you use proficiency anyway because you have proficiency in your herbalism kit.
Cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
So roll with
Medicine
proficiency.
bonus. Okay. That's a +2. And I'm going to use the guidance if I can pick up a 4. I'm struggling. Alright, okay. Good. I don't think I need the bardic inspiration. So
Well,
it
I
would
mean,
be-
still use it. You can make more of it, right? Or no?
Okay. I mean, what's your die?
It's 1d6. I don't see why you would not use it. It expires in 10 minutes.
Oh, damn. I didn't know it didn't last that long. Okay, cool. Well, that was a 1 on that one, but okay. 22, 26,
Wow.
28.
2-8?
Yes.
Okay.
Buffs.
You successfully turn this saber-tooth extract into a greater healing salve. Not a potion, a salve. I remember now.
Okay.
Greater healing salve, which works like a potion. However, the difference is that it's a bonus action to apply on yourself or on somebody else. A potion is a bonus action to apply on yourself and an action to apply on someone else. The salve,
Ooh.
bonus action to apply on yourself or somebody else, and it heals a flat 2d12.
Whoa. That is...
No bonus. It's just 2d12.
Yeah. Okay. Wow. And I guess as Shay secures this, she's like, thank you, guys. I couldn't have done it without you.
Well, I hope it will pay off if I'm ever dying.
Okay, anybody else doing anything before you head out?
Nope.
And how many of those saber-tooths are you doing?
Oh, what?
I was just doing the one, just to like test it out.
Gotcha. Okay, fair enough. Okay, so make sure to mark that down, by the way, Shay, along with how much it heals.
Will do.
Right.
Awesome.
Remember, it's bonus action on yourself and on ally 2d12. It's that's it. Okay. So as you guys are getting ready, Davis points towards.
Sorry, one question I was
Yeah.
wondering. Did I get like fairly accurate drawings of the murals that we saw?
You believe so?
Cool.
Okay. Davis points towards one of the exits and goes, this is the way we should go. It should be about a 4-hour walk before we exit in the exit that is closest to the Fey Portal. It will take us through the heart of the city and into one of the mine shafts and out turn one of them older exits. Shall we?
Yeah. Quite. Do we
Indeed.
know if any less reputable, individuals have made their home here?
I
You know.
don't think so. Getting in here is not simple, so
Well, I mean, we got in here by bleeding on a door. So
I will reconsider my judgment, but I don't think so.
fair enough.
Okay.
Still,
You guys begin heading forward. Who would like to take point and give me a perception check? Also,
Oh, I haven't gone yet.
everyone except for Riker, even Davis actually has eyes of the night. He has goggles of the night. So everyone except for Riker can see fairly well.
I don't have dark vision.
Oh,
Wait.
I don't either.
Wait, who? You guys don't have dark vision?
No,
No.
I don't have dark vision.
Oh shit. Okay. Riker, Shay, and Kimaris are struggling to see. Everybody else seems to be fine.
Wait, do I have dark vision? I don't think I
I
do.
mean, if I see that they can't see, then I'm gonna light up my mace as usual.
Okay, you light up your mace, and now everyone can see somewhat.
That's better. Thank you very much.
Isn't Chimaris a tiefling? Shouldn't he have?
Kimaris
yeah,
is
that's what I
a
thought.
Mark of the Worm tiefling. I removed your dark vision in exchange for your breath weapon.
Then I guess I'll roll the deck.
Yep. So, if you are at the front, roll your perception check, Odessa.
14.
14. You do not see any traps or any tracks that you recognize. However, with a 14, you do again hear the faint in the distance.
Do I recognize this as the thing Eric was talking about?
Yeah, you do recognize it as what Eric was talking about.
Can I tell where it's coming from?
It's echoing all around you. In fact, anybody with a passive perception of 14 or higher can hear it.
Okay.
That's the sound.
Well,
Weapons drawn, guys. I don't like this.
Sound.
Alright,
What's happening?
Does Ramos look on edge?
Ramos does not look on edge at this time.
Okay.
If the sound would come from our tattoos, would we be able to hear it?
It is not coming from your tattoos.
That's
That's ridiculous.
I feel like if our tattoos were scuttling, we'd be concerned.
Also, I do a lot of fucked up shit in my games. I do not make tattoos that have sounds coming from them. I think that's where I draw the line.
Thank you.
I'm imagining something way worse, and I will not share it for the sake of everyone else.
No, please.
Share it, come on.
I want to hear.
You can't say that and then not share it.
No,
Come on.
like,
We're all
you
fucked up
know,
individuals
you know
here.
how there are parasites, and
Uh-huh.
it's not always like they are, visible under the skin.
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
it's like crawling around underneath your skin.
Yeah,
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
God, I
That
actually.
links
Oh
from
God.
inside your.
Oh, there's actually a species of parasite that does that. They lay their eggs just on the in between the skin and the muscle, and then they burst
Jay's
out.
not into it.
Yeah,
Jay's so not into this.
Jay's not into that whatsoever.
My fail.
So, you guys keep moving a bit further down, and this time you hear it louder, and it seems to come from one of the branches down to your right. You guys hear it again.
I'm drawing my sword.
And
I'm
this
doing
time,
Crimson Right.
because the fact that you're closer and it's no longer being degraded by the echo, you swear you hear liquid.
Oh boy.
I'm taking my sword out and activating Crimson
Like
Right.
dripping? Is it flowing? What is it?
It sounds like it's dripping. Sporadically, but heavily.
Oh.
Kimura is pulling out his weapon, and I'm going to do it as well.
Yeah,
Okay.
weapons out, and it's on light.
Yep.
And I'm
know what?
going to use Divine Sense.
You sense nothing with Divine Sense.
Fuck.
Well, that's not true.
Damn.
You sense undead with Divine Sense, but
fuck.
it is very far below you.
Dead trees.
Oh boy.
Okay. There is something in the past. undead. I'm terrified.
Well,
Don't worry, you can take a couple undead dwarves, see?
I mean,
There,
yeah, we could do it. It's fine. What are you on about? We got this. Doesn't mean I like it. It's awful. I hate it. But you know,
You hear the same
Can
thing
I,
again.
can I cast light on one of my crossbow bolts and then shoot it down the corridor?
Sure. As you shoot it down
Alright.
the corridor, you see that not very far from you, about 30 foot down, there's a set of stairs going down, and the stairs suddenly meets this almost mirror-like surface.
Oh boy.
And then suddenly, as your crossbow hits this mirror-like surface, it sinks right in and you see ripples. It's water. And as the light illuminates more of this little staircase down in hallway, you see that the far end of this has been completely caved in. You see rubble the whole way down. And then as you look up, then you see again, after a short delay, more drops of water. As you see some pebbles get dislodged, and you see a large rock just shift. A very loud sound. And you see more water displacing the rock from above, falling down onto this, and you very clearly see the water level ever so slightly rise.
Oh boy.
We do not see a giant centipede.
Nope. However, Davis curses under his breath. Shit.
This place is gonna flood eventually.
I know where we are. We are underneath a lake. This is a natural lake.
lovely.
It looks up and goes, that's not going to last very long.
Oh boy.
We should.
Should we turn around?
No. I think we go forward.
Well, let's make it.
Yes, let's. And Davis like turns and immediately like he looks fairly pale, keeps moving really far forward.
Do you have
I
any
assume
idea
we follow.
what could be turned into undead? Yeah.
I couldn't hear you now. A bit louder, please.
What
Do
kind
you
of
have
undead?
any idea what could be turned into undead around here?
Does anybody hear what she said? Because it's a bit soft for me.
Yeah.
Do you have any idea what can be turned into undead? Actually, I can hear her. I don't know why
Oh,
you can't.
okay.
Raise the volume.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll raise the
They're
volume.
fine.
Okay. He stops for a minute and goes, why are you asking?
I have my abilities. I am able to detect certain types of creatures. I detected some undead below us.
Below us?
Yes, below us.
Okay. I'm not sure if that's a good or a bad thing. Because, well, the lake.
Can it be a good thing?
The lake has. There's a rumor that undead live at the bottom of the lake.
Huh.
That's a weird rumor for a lake to have.
It's a reason why people don't really go near the lake. You know, it would have made a lot more sense if you said you sensed undead above us.
I'm throwing another divine sense. Immediately after I hear this.
You throw up another divine sense. You still sense a bunch of undead below you. But then you hear the and then you finally see it. There's a mass of undead below you, and that blocked out just a couple of undead that are above you, and you actually sense one flow down with the water that's flowing, and you see a slight faint white-like shimmer on the flowing water, and you almost see the makings of a ghastly face as the water just whoosh down into the reservoir, and you can sense it going lower and lower it seems that the undead are pooling in Monmohra.
Oh no.
Oh well, fuck.
Oh, that's fucking delightful, isn't it?
Right, then continues forward faster.
Yeah, no,
Yes.
no, fucking
let's
Jesus
move.
God, let's go, fucking move it, guys. Come on, hurry up.
No.
And kings of the undead.
Just, I mean, they're rotting and they stink and the blood is just fetid and awful. Let's just hurry up.
King after undead.
Okay. So who's taking point on this second part of this trip?
Sounds like Maya.
Shay.
Alright, let's
Perception
do it.
check.
Redeem myself. I'm gonna use the same dice. Ready? Here we go. Natural 20, oh my gosh!
Yay!
Yes.
Okay.
From a natural 1 to a natural 20.
Your eyes strain forward, and with the light of Odessa, you're like, okay, yeah, I'm pretty sure I don't see any undead or trap or creature or spider in front of me, so let's just keep going. But every now and then you do hear the behind you. And as you guys move forward another hour and a half, leaving the little lake behind you, which is now but a faint little crackle every now and then. As it echoes through the entire cavern.
Should we run?
Probably.
I don't
Yeah.
think that's a good sound.
And you guys hear the rushing of water behind you.
Oh yeah, fucking
Aw,
running.
man. There go the goats.
Oh, just a die, lived a good life. Let's go.
Fine.
So, you guys keep running. At your pace, at full speed pace, you do outrun the water because it's not a very fast flow, but you do hear the water streaming in behind you. And as you come forward, the path splits into two. In your haste, you follow behind Davis, who turns left. He goes, "This is the way to the exit." And you see that once he turns left, it's very clearly stairs leading up and out of Monmohra. You all run in behind him. But then Riker, who happens to be right behind Shay and Davis, comes towards the bottom of the stairs, and suddenly you hit your head on a barrier that wasn't there.
Oh, God.
Is Kamaris and
Kimaris and Eric come behind you and also hit their heads on this barrier.
Right, shit, we have to go the other way, guys.
Ah, fuck.
What? But this is the way closest to where we need to go.
Where's the
Not
other
for
way,
us.
Davis? Where's the other way go?
Bravin looks at the other way and he looks up at the very top of the archway and he points. That's the symbol for life.
Well, let's
Let's
fucking
go
go
there.
then.
We have to go with
Here we go.
Davis, I've never been that
You
way.
guys, I mean, if you don't want to drown or, risk, saving your new friends, piss off. But we gotta go because we can't go this way. So bye.
Okay. And then Brevin runs along with you as well.
Yeah,
Alright then, Shay turns back around.
You guys don't want to
Here
come
we
with
go.
us, you don't have to.
You don't have to, but it'd be appreciated,
No, I'm sticking with y'all.
We don't have an option here.
You don't have an option. We don't have an option. You have an option. And we appreciate you for picking the option of helping us. So thank you.
Alright, so now as you all are sprinting down this hallway looking for the gate of life, I want everybody to roll for me a constitution check to check your stamina.
Oh no.
Oh,
Oh no.
Every one of my dice today was a
9.
bit.
Alright, well, everybody roll first and I'll ask you for your checks one by one.
Let's see if you've done your cardio recently.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck my life.
Wait, what are you rolling?
I guess my spell.
Constitution check.
people are crying. So
Oh,
Constitution.
Constitution, alright. That's pretty good on Constitution. Ah, fuck my dice, no! My boss! You bitch! No, my dice are everywhere!
Yeah, it just sounded
Oh, I
like
rolled
all
two
of
nat
them are
20s.
gone.
Oh no! Oh, out of the 3 nat 20s in my bulk, 2 of them were nat 20s. Oh, that annoys me. Alright. I think that's all of them. Alright. Proper roll this time.
Wait, is it a check or a save?
Check.
Check.
Yeah.
Is a
Okay,
14.
we'll start with Shay. What is yours?
9.
Okay, Odessa.
8.
Rika.
8.
Rona.
17, bitches.
Navid.
You're the best at running away.
I'll just outrun you and leave you there.
Navid.
6.
6. Kimaris.
14.
14. And Eric.
9.
9. Okay,
How
so
does the bard have the highest fucking constitution?
so here's what happens, right? Everybody takes off, and then Kimaris and Elrona, both of them in their minds are like, you know what? We don't know like how long we're gonna have to run, so we're gonna take it at a normal pace. And then Shay, Odessa, Riker, Navid, and Eric all just take off sprinting, right? And then like it's like in less than 5 minutes, you see Elrona and Kimaris kind of catch up to them, like jogging past, and go like, "Hey guys," and you see the 5 of them just like dying.
You Kimaris, they're fucking stupid, aren't they?
Yeah, a little bit.
I like darkness in the Konosuba opening. She's just running backwards, like watching them fail.
Pretty much, yeah. So another 10 minutes pass. Elrona and Kimaris are very far ahead, and the rest of you are all like struggling to keep up. This time I want you guys to roll dexterity checks. Also, by the way, for those of you who are at the rear, you start to feel water lapping at your heels.
Benny, did
I
the
have no idea.
spell go through?
Oh yeah.
How
What?
far away is DM? How far away is Arona?
Elrona,
Feet?
60 feet in front of you.
Can I use
60.
my channel divinity chain of beyond tether to like teleport to her?
Can you read me
Yeah,
the
first,
wording?
Did my spell go through first?
What was the spell?
I was casting detect magic when we bumped into the barrier thing, but I guess everyone was too busy.
If you immediately cast it, it's abjuration.
Okay, abjuration.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
the only source of magic within that area.
No, actually, there's transmutation on Riker, Kimaris, and Eric. On the back of the
Okay,
neck,
all
transmutation.
information relied to the party while running.
Okay.
As you run past us.
Okay. So, read me the exact wording on Chain of the Untethered.
As a bonus action, you can use of your channel divinity to mark a hostile.
Yeah, has to be hostile. That's what I thought.
Yeah, you tried it, and I'll fucking sleep.
Hostile to
it's
you, damn it.
Arona,
That's
What?
the closest you're gonna get in the party, so.
If you tried that, I would just fucking sleep you and leave you there. So. Remember, guys, I have that power, and I can instantly sleep any of you with hit points. Don't mess with the bard, or you'll get the part.
So, you guys keep running. I want dexterity checks from everyone. Go ahead and roll. I'm gonna ask you one by one.
Shay dies.
Oh, Dex.
I am
Ah,
really not
nice.
shit
Not bad.
today.
Not bad,
Jeez.
actually.
Oh, fuck.
That's not bad.
Okay. Shay.
5.
Odessa.
24.
Okay, Riker.
3.
3. Elrona.
17 again.
Navid.
10.
Kimaris.
13.
Eric.
15.
Okay.
Oh.
So this time, the rest of you managed to pick up a bit of a pace. Elrona is slowing down just a little bit, but not too much. You're fine. Shay and Riker, both of you kind of trip and fall, and you fall into water, and you like sputter, and then by the time you get up, you've lost so much space just by falling, both of you, that everyone else is a minimum of 30 feet in front. Those who are at the front of the group, namely that's Kimaris. Kimaris is like 90 foot in front of you. You guys turn around
Would nobody
and
help us though?
Yeah,
that
it's
depends
just
on the party.
like
Is the party
everyone's
helping?
running with no consideration of anyone
I
else.
would help if I'm just.
Okay, Odessa would probably help
I
you.
don't like what you're doing there.
So,
DM.
if Odessa is helping, wait, who else is helping?
I'm gonna help them as well.
Okay, so Elrona hands back to help. So if Odessa and Elrona are helping Shay and Riker each, then Instead of 90 foot, it's 60 foot difference. However, you guys turn around and you see the water is rushing in, and it is a wave this time. Instead of just a few inches of water that's lapping at your heels, now you actually see a wave of about 2 to 3 foot high water is currently coming at you. It's a ways away, but it's coming at you. So for this
I'm
final...
grabbing Shay's hand and I'm running.
Okay.
Fuck.
For this final leg of the run, I want everybody to give me a strength check as you guys try to drive
Oh,
through.
no.
All the stuff
Hey.
I'm good at is what's rolling. This is fun.
Well, Riker, now you have to carry me,
Oh.
hopefully.
Fucking stupid
I'm gonna
appendix.
guidance.
You're gonna
Oh.
guidance shake, got it.
Oh! That's
Oh.
a natural 19.
So
Nice.
did I. I got natural 19 as well.
Okay, we'll start with Shay.
Okay, let me roll my 4. Come on. I hope you know how to swim. That is a 12.
12, okay. With your guidance?
Yep.
Okay. Odessa.
4.
Oh no.
Oh no. Riker?
17.
17. Odessa, sorry, Elrona.
19, but I would like to help Odessa.
Okay.
Yeah, I'd like to help either of them if I'm able to.
Okay, Navid?
16.
16. And Kimaris?
22.
22. And Eric?
6.
6. Okay. So Riker and Elrona are helping, which is enough for Odessa and Eric.
Can I have Ramos help Eric?
Yeah, Ramos can
Like,
help Eric.
Steady, kind of, yeah.
Yeah, sure. However, at this point, you guys do see Bravin, who is also towards the back, and like Bravin is not towards the back because he can't make it, but he's just trying to make sure that nobody falls too far behind. He is at the very back of the party. He looks at the very front and he points out, "That way, to the left. That's the one." And Kimaris, you at the front, you look to the left and you see a set of stairs leading up to a doorway. And above it you see a glyph you recognize as being the glyph for the golden glyph for life.
The golem glyph.
Dwarven glyph.
Oh, dwarven glyph for life. All right, I'd run over there and open the door.
Okay, so you're running up. Okay?
Yeah.
You run up the stairs. Everybody except for the following people. Shay. So Shay, you're staying back to help, right?
Oh yeah, I mean I'd help anybody.
Okay. Shay, Odessa, Riker, you're sending Ramos. Elrona is helping, and Eric. So Shay, Odessa, Elrona, and Eric. The four of you are caught in the wave, but you're being helped along, so you're not too far behind. You are about 20 foot from the stairs, but you're caught in the wave, and you suddenly find it very hard to move, as it seems this water seems to be actively impeding your movements. Trying to wade in it is far more difficult than you would expect of 3 foot high water.
Can I identify the water?
That would be an action spell slot. Do you want to use your action to cast a spell?
Yeah.
No.
Okay. You identify the water. It is not water. It is a water elemental, and it also seems to be well, no, that wouldn't be an identify. Yeah, no. But it is a water elemental. It is a creature.
Oh no.
Can I take out my 60-foot
Okay.
twine and try to throw it towards Kamaris?
Well, first of all, I want to tell people that it's a water elemental, and would I know anything about them with the face special?
No, water elementals are not fey.
Weren't they grouped together like the last time we went to research? Never mind.
They were grouped together in terms of the creation of golems and like controlling them, but elementals and fey are not the same thing. No. In terms of that specific use case, they were. All right. So, moving on. You said
Can
you
I
wanted
try
to throw your
the
twine.
to him?
Yeah, but that's a strength check.
Yeah, Kamaris is not going up the stairs. He's holding the door open.
Well, the door is at the very top
The
of the
door's up
stairs.
the stairs.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
He's still pointing at the door.
Okay, so you're at the top of the stairs, which is a ways up. That's like 20 feet high. So you are too far to catch the twine. However, there are other people on the stairs. Is anybody at the bottom of the stairs? Riker, Riker and Navid are both also at the stairs. Are either of you at the bottom of the stairs?
I'll throw out my actual rope.
Oh, okay, you have rope as well. So Shay, you pull out your wire and you're like, no, Riker's got rope and he's throwing it to you. Riker, make a strength check.
Alright.
Told you the rope was useful.
Actually, could I have Ramos grab the rope and run out to them?
Ramos is currently helping Eric, so no.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Just stayed in to get it.
Natural 20.
Natural 20.
Oh,
Excellent.
shit.
Okay, so with your natural 20, you throw the rope and it almost hits Shay in the face. But Shay catches it gracefully, and you guys do have a rope to assist you with your movement now. So, Shay, Odessa, Elrona, Eric, make a dexterity check.
Yay!
Silencing Shay again. Do we
Aw.
get advantage or what?
Dirty 20.
Hmm?
Dirty 20.
30, 20. Okay.
22.
22. Okay. Odessa?
7.
Shay?
I want to be helping Odessa.
In this case, you can't help Odessa because you are struggling. You already used your action, and you are moving on your own. So,
I
Shay.
mean, Shay would definitely try to grab whoever's closest to her.
Okay,
Yeah, we
Shay, you
grab
can
each
because
other, so-
you haven't used your action, Shay, so you can help Odessa.
Okay, yeah, I got a 19.
Okay, awesome. All right, so Shay's helping Odessa. Elrona used your action to identify. Eric is moving up, and yep, you guys do all make it to the stairs. However, the water is filling up fairly rapidly and is moving up the stairs as well. Kimaris, you are holding the door open indeed, and outside is the frigid cold day.
Oh, boy.
Oh, lovely.
It's gonna
Yeah.
suck.
Hypothermia for everybody.
Yep.
We get the fuck out of here.
Alright, Bravin, bringing up the rear, kind of like pushes all of you up the stairs as the water seems to be filling up. And as you all just pile up and explode out the door, some of you in freezing cold, wet clothes, that's where we're going to end tonight's session.
Stressful.
I don't know how many of you guys have prestidigitation, but I just want to point out that it can actually warm your clothes.
Yeah, it can. It can. I think it can also dry. Oh, before we end
You
the
can just get
session,
rid of the water.
I forgot about this. Before we end the session, as you guys all burst out of the doors, Kimaris,
Yeah.
Eric, and Riker, all three of you feel a buzzing warmth on your tattoos as you come out, and you notice that the glyph above the door that you just exited is glowing. And then that's where we're going to end tonight's session.
Oh, god.
Oh,
What is the
goodness.
glyph, can I ask?
It is the glyph for life. It's part of the murals. The murals the murals was you enter through this doorway, you go to the cheering area, and then you exit through the doorway of life. So you enter through death and you exit through life.
Yep. Yep.
Shit.
Well, how'd you guys find that session?
Nice.
Fucking stressful, man.
I really like
Stressful.
that.
That's pretty apt.
It's a detour through Moira, as Eric put it, although it's not Moira. You guys didn't fight a Balrog.
I'm surprised nobody went through the door out. Everybody stayed with the boys.
Mm-hmm.
I guess that's the kind of party we are.
Yeah.
It would be terrible.
Yeah, I
if
mean,
you-
we were all helping to each other to the exit,
Yeah.
so, you know.
Yeah.
We're not leaving anyone behind.
I was definitely expecting the three of us to like die down there.
Oh yeah, without question.
I was ready for it.
So I was somewhat expecting us to go to the other path, and then only the three of you can go through it, and we all die.
Yeah,
I know,
I
that's what I
definitely
thought at the
thought
end.
like we were gonna hit the force field, and yeah, then the water would kill us.
No, it's not that. It's just like remember they have to stay true, and
Yeah.
it's like they enter through death, have to exit through life. So like, Monmohra wasn't gonna let them exit through just a random exit. All right, I'm gonna be ending the stream here. Extra still in there. Thanks for watching. We actually had like 5 viewers at one point. Interesting. Okay, if you're watching the YouTube video, thank you for. Well, it's not gonna be on YouTube. If you're watching the playback, thank you for watching it.
Click like and subscribe. Hit the bell button.
No,
Smash
we're
that
not
like
doing that.
Smash the like button, guys.
All right, stream's over in 3, 2.